body go in there, your body goes to sleep, but you, the person, the spirit goes into the other realm because the body is no longer in use. You cannot use it. So why don't you dream? Why am I in the darkness and nobody cannot find me? But yet the next time I'm fully in the light, looking around, walking around in my dream, having fun. Why? Explain that to me. In the dream, everybody, you have a dream and you're in the dream, you're walking around, you're eating, drinking, having fun, and then the next dream is not a dream. You just go to sleep and wake up. Fully darkness. What happened? What is the difference? Download, me get this off too. I got this off a download. What happened? What was you doing? What is happening? Remember,
you get locked up in a one black box.
No, all right. You see from. How old do that?
I'm a mistake, man. I'm a mistake, bro.
Okay. So watch it. Listen to what I'm saying. Every one of us that go to sleep, we go into the spiritual realm. Right? The spiritual realm is called the realm of darkness. That means for you to transition from one place to the next, you have to go through a pitch black. Why is it that some of us sleep and don't wake up? That means if you lock your eye, what you see? Darkness, and then you wake up. Before you wake up, you were already awake in. When you wake up and you're already awake, but your eyes are closed. When your eyes are closed and you're awake, what are you in? Darkness. So you went to sleep in dark. You lock your eye and you're like, I'm soon gonna fall asleep. And you did. You zipped away somewhere and then you don't remember any of that. You wake up. Before you wake up and your eyes open, you came out of the same darkness with your eyes locked. Your eyes were closed, but yet you were in darkness because just like how you lock it to go away and zip away and don't know where you went and don't know what happened and just wake back up randomly a couple of hours later, it's the same way you came zipping back in and your eyes were closed, but you were awake, but your eyes weren't open, and then you open your eyes. So what happened between that period? What happened? Why is it that you don't remember that? But then the next time when you lock your same eyes, you wake up. As soon as you go to sleep, whether it's a few hours later, you wake up in light, walking around the place, seeing light, seeing buildings, people, seeing shit. What is the difference? Why is it that one you can see shit and you can remember half of the time, and the next one you don't see shit and you can't remember, but yet you went to sleep? But remember, you always have to go to the spiritual realm once you go to sleep. You always have to go there. So somebody needs to explain that dark part for me. The part that we don't, the part that we don't remember, the part that we never. You just go to sleep, wake up back, boom.
But you don't dream.
You don't dream. No, you did dream, but you just don't. But you don't remember. Why don't you remember? Because you were number one in darkness. How can you remember what you cannot fucking see? Number one. She doesn't catch it. She doesn't catch it as yet. Let me try see if y'all can catch it. If you close your eyes, can you see?
No.
So if I'm tiptoeing past you, did you see?
No.
So if you went to sleep and you were in fully darkness and I walked past you, would you see?
No.
That is it. That's number one. When you went to sleep, you were in fully darkness. Demons in my dream. That don't mean the demon wasn't there. Demons in my dreams pull me in the darkness, and them still cannot find me. Not I cannot find them, you know. Them cannot find me, because guess when a demon manifest? When it sees you in the light walking down the street in your dream. Go to link your boyfriend. Go to link your girlfriend. Shit, Masha, yo, come here. What go on? You good?
So it's a kind of protection.
The darkness.
Yeah.
The demon cannot see. You cannot remember and you cannot see because you're in darkness. The same darkness is not that you're in darkness, is that you are the darkness. You become that negative proton. You become that black matter. That matter that is all around and everything. So a demon could walk little. Just like how they say spirits walk through us. Like a ghost. You walking through, or you walk through a spirit and you feel a cold shiver on your body. right? When you go into the spiritual realm, they walk through you and don't even know. The only time they know is in light. They're angels of light. So in the darkness, they make a fake light. The fake light is the realm which is called the spiritual realm. Again, there is two places, the matrix. There's two realms in one realm. The same shit you're seeing here, right? Demons are walking past, around, through. You realize they say a demon can't come into your house if you have certain powers? A demon cannot enter into your house. Why is it that you can't see it, but it was able to enter? It's because they're sharing one realm. It's just that one is seeing the other and the other is not seeing the next. Do you understand?
We understand that.
Yes. So they see me, I don't see them. Right?
Yes, you might have some people who can see.
And only certain vibrations will open you up to seeing some of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Alright.
So when you go, it's the same thing. The realm that they're in, for you to walk around in that realm like them and see them, that means they can't just disappear in front of you, because you never see nobody disappear in front. Have you noticed that nobody has ever disappeared in front of you in your dream? Nobody. You've never seen somebody go abracadabra, alakazam, let me disappear like magic. Never. Why? Because they cannot hide in the spiritual realm. That's where they live. So when you go into your dream and you lighten up, your dream is lit up, meaning there's light in your dream, buildings, the sun, the moon, whatever time period it's in. You're walking around, seeing people, seeing shit, right? What you have done is you have now opened up from dark matter to light matter. You have then become a person in the dream. When your body needs rest, the Most High protects you by making you be fully dark matter. That means that when you go to the dream realm, when you go to the spiritual realm, you stay fully dark matter. So it's like when they walk through you, Saki, you walk through them as ghosts or whatever, you become a ghost in the spiritual realm.
Yeah,
You are
I
a
tell
ghost
you,
in... Say
you
that
get a
again.
dream. You get a dream the other night, you know, you see me, it's like, I have one cousin from foreign and it's like he dog come down from foreign and there, you see me, but I don't know what go on when me and him have in a dream, you see me. And all of a sudden me see dog pop out and go down and give me 8 shot in my abdomen, you see me. And it's like dog run off, but me actually run down the dog now if he use my knife and stab him because he shot me, you see me. But every time when me actually stab him, it's like we on my body heavy. It's like me not even could get his strength to stab him, and it's like
You're dead in a dream.
no, so I never dead in a dream. It's like a
Alright.
water mean and I couldn't
You're
get pissed
good,
off
man.
with
Yeah,
that.
that's it. Don't manifest it no more. Don't talk about it again. Cool?
No man, I dash you that long time, man.
No, but me I say not talk about it again.
Yeah man, I dash you that long time, man.
So nobody, you know. You hear me say though? Yeah. We not help demon manifest nothing. Now with that being said, as I was saying, so just like how a ghost is a ghost in your world, when you go into the dream world, you're a ghost in their world. Yeah, so you're the unseen. Something that is lit up is solid. Light and dark matter coming together makes a solid. Do you understand? So the only way you can have like how he said he was in a dream, his cousin came down from abroad, and that means he's walking around, he see the airport, he picks him up, a gunshot bus, he said his cousin shot at him. All of these things, that is light and dark matter together. You understand? So now the ghost is no longer a ghost. It's like a ghost that will see you, but now you can touch it. So you are a ghost in the ghost world. When you sleep, you go into the ghost world as a ghost, and the ghost is real. But why would God allow you as a ghost in the ghost world to just be watching what the ghosts are doing when that was supposed to be something hidden from you? Meditate on it. That's the reason why when you actually see in the ghost world, that means you bring the light and the dark matter together and manifest yourself, manifest buildings and shit. That it's only thing that you were supposed to see that you see. Because why would God hide it when you wake up if it was supposed to be seen? You see why only every time when you have a dream, it was supposed to be something you were supposed to. You never see nothing you was never supposed to see. Because think about this. If anytime any one of us is able to just get up and go into the spiritual world, the ghost world, the sleep world, and manifest ourselves as light, literally, and be able to see as we please, walk around as we please. Some things that you would see, you would come back and talk, and then you would fuck up the whole reality. You would fuck up the whole reality.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could just walk, go down a hell and see hell for true, just like what you saw in Luke. If you could just go to sleep and say, tonight I am going to sleep, sleep, and then I'm going to go to the spiritual realm, which is physical, by the way, but it's spiritual also. There's many things down there that is unseen. There is doors that cannot be seen with the physical eye. There is realms that it looks like you're walking into the wilderness, but you buck up into a wall that you cannot see. Down there, just like up here, there's nothing above that is not below. Just like when you're walking into a desert and you're going in circles, it's because you walked into a demon's prison. So it's if you keep on, because you cannot go through, you get crazy and walking around in circle like you're mad. It's the friggin' spell. It's a spell there. There's and let's call a spell a celestial machine. Just a type of machine that can hide, and whatever it's hiding there is making anyone that walks there go crazy there. So every time you bust a circle, come out of the circle and just walk anywhere else, and you will be good. If you keep on trying to walk back the way you were trying to go, you're gonna walk in that circle forever. If you watch every movie, when you see, they taught us in the movies, every single movie that they showed us, right? And you saw somebody that walked into the desert and lost their way. They were trying to go somewhere. So say they were trying to go east, and when they walk east, right, they're walking through this thing, and then they start going in circles. Every single time when they figure out they're walking in circles, where do they turn back again to go? East, fucking idiots. Go west and circle around or something, brother. You're walking into a fucking prison. So you're gonna be having the spin around circle for the fucking 10 million years until you're dead. And you're gonna run out of water. That's like what always happens to them. They keep on going to the same direction that they kept on going dizzying.
And then they end up in some form of shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Once you keep on going that direction, you will keep on going the wrong way into the prison, and you will go in a circle. Same thing down below with hell. There's people down there. You think that there's not Nephilims down there that try to free their bumbuckler selves, their families? Let's go find hell, because we're giants and we're big, and some of them huge as fuck, big no rascal with the underground them there. Remember, there's an ocean down there bigger than up here. That means there's land. The Bible said 6 parts up at top, right? And 7 underneath the sea, right? It talk about this sea. So underneath all of this sea, there's a 7 land. That land is the biggest piece of land there is. It's the biggest piece of land on the earth, and none of us have seen it. Nobody. Only who go down in the belly of the earth seen it. The Nephilims and the righteous ones who got a chance to see it in a dream or to go down there physically and survive and come back. Get what I'm saying? The 7 part of the earth is underneath the sea. Simple mathematics, it's not hard, you know. There's 6 parts up here, and all of what we see that they show us on the map is just 1. There's 5 more parts that we need to see. All of what we see on the map is a lie, and those are not continents. That's all one big dirty stinking continent. That's one continent. One. And every piece of land where they see that is piece around it. Like you see a little island here, a little England there, right next to Rome and all of these places, and yeah, all those little pieces, those are not a part of the other 5. Those are just extra. So just imagine there's 6 and extra. 6 and some little baby ones around it, but there's 6 land masses that are attached, that are linked up, just like how we see this long link. And right there where you see me teach even on the video, where you see that little gap, right? That gap that runs through it. So there's 3 things: dry, freeze, water. Come on now, it's one fucking land.
The same like go down with the Antarctica a border Earth. It's not necessarily a border, but maybe another.
It's a makeshift, it's fake. Because Antarctica, if it melts, there's no land. That's not land. You get me? That's not land. Or should I say the ice wall is fake. Antarctica is real, but the ice wall is fake. The ice wall is not land. If it and it's melting. That's why it's not. That's why everybody's saying, "Oh, look, land behind it." Because land is behind it.
Now,
There is 5 other continents. What you say, brother?
Sorry to cut you, bro. May I say when it fully melt, it fall in one, them I go forward over.
Yes. It's almost fully melted, brother. That's why they stopped talking about it since the other day. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
me I
yeah.
get a verse real quick, bro. In a New Testament. Me I mute up. Go and talk. Let me find it in
Yeah,
the
so
calendar.
as I was saying, fam, what we need to understand, right, is that in our dreams, when we manifest a dream, right, you are a ghost in your dream, just like how you have a ghost or a demon, because there's no such thing as ghost. Family, there's no such thing as ghost. There is no such thing as dopey. Stop it. This is the time of awakening. It's a demon, it's a familiar spirit. Stop it, but dopey a what? Dopey a woman. The spirit is laid to rest, family, when once it dies, family. And the spirit doesn't die, it's the body that dies, as we all know. So once the body dies, the spirit is laid to rest. The spirit is laid to rest from all work, from all tribulation, from all hunger, from all thirst. Now go back out there.
Yeah, man, me find it enough, fam.
Read that, huh?
Alright, so this is Luke chapter 21, starting at 25. And it says, and there shall be
What you say?
signs.
Yeah, sorry about that. Read, bro.
Yeah, so Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Everybody thinks that this earth that we're living on is as they see it, because that's what Satan uses to trick y'all. He made y'all have no lower that. Not even know how to even to put more in there. No more should I never go in there earlier on. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, as I was saying, fam, right? And many of us, right, don't understand. We don't understand the world we're living in. We don't know what is to come, what is now, what was in the past. We don't really know. So we're really just guessing it and guessing and winging it. And nobody's perfect. Everybody's learning. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you purpose to hear what is the truth and then still go do what you want to do in life, then you're gonna get whoop ass. Like for instance, you heard that the vaccine, right? You heard, right, that the vaccine, right, will give you HI, to the V, and also it would give you herp to the P's, and you heard these things. And many people have these things and wish they never had it, right? And you purposely go take a joke and get it? Why you think God has to save the meek, the ones who went through some shit, the ones who went through the shit and wish they could turn back and did turn back? And you niggas purposely go take a joke here, take a joke there. God ain't looking at you niggas. The Most High ain't looking at you. People are out here who made mistakes who are trying to fix that. And y'all are out here making mistakes on purpose. Which God do you serve? I want to know for real, like, which God do you serve? Because it cannot be the God of the Bible. It cannot be the God of the Word. It cannot be the God of the universe. It has to be Satan, and it has to be a demon, Satan, Lucifer, the dragon, Leviathan. Get that from my brother, Leviathan. At what time?
Job
11:46.
46.
Yeah, them time. Read.
Job 41. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Job 41 and verse 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook?
Can you draw out Leviathan with a hook? In your big head, in my big head, in our big head, we think that Leviathan was a dragon. But guess what funny? Our big heads wasn't wrong, but it wasn't right. Imagine that. Imagine being wrong and right at the same time. Satan when he goes into a specific realm, which is the realm of hell, he turns into a three-headed dragon, like literally. When he leaves from the realm of hell, right, on this earth, right, he's a deformed Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy on the screen. When he goes to the heavens, he has to be in a heavenly form. Because remember in Job chapters 1 verses 6, Satan has to report to God. He can't go in his little scallywag self. He can't go looking like this. You mad? You know how much negative energy is coming off this body right here that you see on the screen? You think he can just go around God? Mother alone would push him away, because mother is the negative energy in heaven. There cannot be two negative energy plus one positive. You can't come up there acting like a woman in the negative, which is the darkness. You can't come as darkness upon light. No. So when he comes, he has to add himself, because he's a man. Satan is a man. He has to add himself to the light, which is the Father. That means he has to be in a light form. His body has to be like that. Otherwise, he cannot enter into the heavens. A three-headed dragon can't go to heaven. He has to change. That's why he is the angel of what? Light. So he transforms in each realm that he's called to, that he has to go to, whatever it may be. So when he goes down to hell, that's why when Christ, Yahweh Shai, went down there, took the key from him in hell, right? He took the key from Yahweh Shai. It's like Yahweh Shai took the key from Satan, from the serpent, from Lucifer, from the devil. He took the key of hell from him, right? When he took it from him as a dragon. Because the key, yo, fam, your brain thinks about a key. Fam, guess what my brain thinks about? Have you ever watched these dragon movies? Can somebody tell me how to kill a dragon? Cause family, I bet you know, but you don't want to fucking look into your brain and see and see where the key was. How do you kill a dragon? Can somebody tell me in the live? Where? Close, but try again. Where on the dragon is opened up except from his butthole and his, if it's a male, or if it's a female, butthole and pussyhole? Where on the dragon is opened up? Except from his mouth. Okay. Come on, man. More if them say mouth and I hear me say, why you think me that say no bottom and no pum pum? Because I already excluded the mouth, the ears and the nose. So where else on the dragon's body, whether it be male or female, that you can unalive the dragon, the same place? You've seen it in many cartoons and you've seen it in many movies. Where you stab a dragon to make him just stop? Where? Eye, his nose. Nope, incorrect. Under his neck. Is there not an opening, a slit that shows the flame that goes up through his mouth? Okay then. You know what was right there? When Satan had the three-headed dragon, you know, the Miggle dragon, you know what was right there instead of a flame? Or there was a flame, but you know what was right there in that flame? The key.
Yo, so what Daniel used and fuck up the dragon, bro?
What do you mean what him use?
He do sit now and fuck him up. I don't remember, I would have to go read it again. You remember you go?
Brother, remember saying, no, we can't talk about, oh, we kill dragon, you know. We are the children of Israel, so we can kill them in many ways. What we're talking about is our dragon naturally dies by anybody. What does a dragon have right below his neck? It's an opening, brother, that shows the flame. Like it shows you like you see fire. It almost looks like a vagina on his neck. It almost looks like a pum-pum on his neck.
Oh.
Like a split, but it's a proper open split, right? And then you see when the dragon is about to blow fire, you see the flame run past that little split, and you see it red, so you know the flame is coming up, about to come up through his mouth. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
You know, me I try remember if me ever see that yet, but me not sure remember it.
That's where they say a dragon's heart is. It's not in his chest, but it's right there below
man,
his
neck. Yeah, know
right
where you talk, man. Right in my neck, like throat, that's up.
Yes, but it's not. Remember, a dragon's neck is long. It's not short, right? And even if it's short, it's right down, like almost like it. I say right where your chest cavity is, brother. When you right after you pass your throat, that's so. Just touch your throat and go like 2 inches down, That's him
Yeah.
heart. His heart is not under the belly or anywhere. It's right where, and his heart is also a part of the flame. Because they say the flame is coming from his heart. You get me? And anytime when somebody is hiding something in a dragon, they always hide it next to the dragon's heart. You have to kill the dragon, slay the dragon, cut out its heart, and get whatever you get in from there. So Satan, a dragon, in hell, Leviathan, in hell, 3 heads, right? In hell, but on the earth, he's like this, or he's like a human, because he's an angel of light, so he can transform in whatever he likes. You see what I'm saying? In the heavens, he has to be a holy angel. He can't look like a human being, like with no wings. No, he has to have his wings. He has to have his heavenly attire on, everything. Yes, family. It is that important because you cannot be in a realm. The realm is a vibration. You cannot be in that vibration without a specific vibrational suit, which is called your body. You see what I'm saying? Fam, you know, so I never learned this from school. It just downward because I learned the commandments of God. You know, go follow them. Go blood clot follow them like I'm telling you to do. Go follow them. Because everything what me I say makes sense. I don't know that too. Because everything that I got came from the Bible. But guess what? The downloads came from me. You get what I'm saying? So the downloads is from the Father through me. Because it's just like this, right? From the Son, from me, from my wife, from the children, to the Gentiles. This is how we live. You get what I'm saying? Father, Son, man, woman, children, Gentiles. That means Gentiles meaning human beings, children, men, women, everything in one. But us over here, which is man and woman, it is Father above, right? Because mother is right next to him. So I don't need to say father, mother. It's Father. Because I'm his wife and his wife is not your business. That's why none of you know our blood clot name. But Sophia, who the fuck is Sophia? I kick that bitch in a pussy. Right in her pum pum kick her. Tear dog. Who the gal? Who is she? We don't have many names. Every time we come with a new name for the goddess of the heavens. Tired of that, man. None of you will ever know her name because if you did, you could call on her and she would save you. They keep on saying that God is a woman. If God was a woman and you figure out mama's name, just look at women's traits. Look at women's traits. Tell me I'm a fucking fool. I'm gonna say some shit right now and tell me I'm a fucking fool, right? Look at a woman's trait. She's gentle when she's ready. Nice, like when a baby, when a man is rough, she's like, oh, take your time, take your time, take your time. Even when she's rough, she tries to give him some softness, right? She tries to save the baby from the utter licks of daddy. She would rather whoop the baby's ass, right? When I say baby, I mean like whoop the child's ass than to let daddy whoop the child's ass. Only when he gets too big now and he wants to act like a man now. Yeah, you want some man's fist now. You know what I'm saying? Take these fists, man, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's when she wants you to whoop the child, right? But either. Or if it's a boy child, you know, you slap him 2 times as a man. You get me? Now, with that being said, if that is the trait of mother, if you knew her name, don't you think you'd be able to call on her like when you call or when a cub calls for its mother? And the fucking mother runs down the fucking bush like a fucking mad mother skunt. Running for that child. Don't you think that mother would come and save you? You be saying, Sophia, say Sophia, save me now. Show me. Say that shit. I want you to do it. Let Sophia come save you. I want to see it. That's not her name. Even if God was a woman, that's not her name. God is a woman, but it's not God the Father. It's God the Mother. Yes, she's a woman. The blood clot deal. You act like when you say that hurts me. You're dumb. What hurts you is the fact that I say that daddy is still the boss and she follows daddy. Because she's the word with Saki. She's the Holy Spirit, which is the what you call the breath of life. Because remember, spirit or ghost means breath. It means everything that we are.
And she a wisdom.
Everything is created through her. No, she's not wisdom. Her daughter is wisdom. Because through the both of them, things are created through them, not by them, but through them. So somebody else is behind them, creating through them. You get me? Because the Mashiach, the man who we call Christ, the man who y'all call Yeshua, the man who I call Yahawashai, that's his real name, Yahawashai. He was created with wisdom through the Holy Ghost according to the word. So he was created with wisdom. So if he's a man, right, you would think of wisdom, knowing that wisdom is a woman, that would be like a sister. So he's like a twin, right? So he was created with wisdom through the Holy Spirit, through mother, through that energy, because it wasn't a belly. They didn't come through a belly. Jesus wasn't created for a belly. He was created from energy. Literally carved out from energy, celestial dirt. Because you can find this in the book of Hebrews. It says he's a caricature of the Father. He's a spitting image, literally. He's a carved out version of Daddy on the earth and in heaven. His body is. You get me? So everything that we see, family, they tell us, we can't really take their mouth for it. We have to go read the book for ourselves and then try and understand what is being said. Otherwise, we're going to make a bag of mistakes. And it's, guess what? It's their fault first, but your fault next. And
So
go ahead. Go ahead.
how Melchizedek? I didn't say Melchizedek come like Jesus too, you know.
No, he's not coming like Jesus. He is Jesus, but he just came as an angel in the flesh. He didn't have no mama, no papa. So when he came the next time as King Solomon, he came through a mama and a papa. When he came the next time as Jesus, Yahushai, he came through a mama and a papa. I see him in person 3 times. He came here 3 times. I came here like as a entity here, not just coming here as an angel and gone back home. No, Melchizedek was here. Thank you. Right? Solomon was here. Right? Jesus was here. Thank you very much. You get me, fam? But Melchizedek didn't have a mother, didn't have a father. So that's the difference. But they're the same person. Just like how he said, Solomon, a greater Solomon has come. A greater one. Greater than Solomon, greater, because he's greater than himself. He became better than himself. It was him that was running down all the pum pum. He is the king of Israel, brother, forever. That's what the Bible says. Bible says there can only be one king of Israel, which is Jesus, right? Yahushai, right? So why did the Bible say to King David that he will have a son that came through him? Came through him, not in the future, but the next child. This is after King David lost a son already. He just lose a son. Just lose one. Bawl and lament and put ashes on his face, like when you see him. Because people think that I put powder on my face, but that is ashes, everybody. Right? Wood ash. Now, everywhere, anyway, he put ashes on his face, on his head, and lamented. Right? And when he did this, the Most High came unto him in that lamentation and told him, listen, you will have a son. This son will rule over Israel. Yeah? He said, the next child you have, the next baby you have, he said, this child will rule, right? And he will have peace. Now, listen to what he said. This is how you know that he's not talking about Jesus in his final form. You know, like a final form? Yeah, like a form 1, like transformation 1, transformation 2, transformation 3. Yeah, this is how you know that it's not Jesus or in his final form, but it's Solomon, which is Jesus in his unfinal form. He said, this child, this man, this son, right, he will literally be the wiser than anyone there is. The only one person that fits that description, Solomon. Then he said that this person, right, won't sin against God, but if he does, he will get many lashes. It also said that in his life, right, he will have a kingdom of righteousness, and there will be peace upon the earth, fam. Right? Now, everybody would automatically think Jesus in the end times, though, right? But in Solomon's time, that's the only other time there was peace upon the earth, because Solomon is showing you that he is Jesus. In Solomon's time, there was no war because every demon was chained up in Solomon's temple, helping him to build the temple. And when the temple was finished, they lived there in chains. That's why Queen of Sheba, when she couldn't get prayer, her demons or her prayers weren't being answered by her demons anymore, she went to visit Solomon because she heard that he had her demon. Because it wasn't like, oh, he has her demon. No. It was like the demon that was being used. So say a demon called Shaka Khansa, right? She was using a jinn. She was using a demon called Shaka Khansa. He captured Shaka Khansa. So the people who in Ethiopia who knew that she was using Shaka Khansa, right, and they was using Shaka Khansa as their god, they heard rumors that Solomon is capturing demons because their prayers are not coming true. Their farms, everything, the money, everything that they do, because demons are helping the humans for real. And the angels is helping us. Angels help them too by giving them demons. Demons give them food. You see how they eat everything and don't die? But let us do that shit. You die.
So the same God where she that tell Solomon say, the same God where she that tell Solomon say, yo, if he make an offering to the God, them have to crush a stone and thing. Are they the same demons there?
Yes, like that the country was worshipping, because he captured him. That's why, all right, So what happened, right? Why you think, all right, let me watch this. It's going to click to you right now. The puzzle's going to click right now. Man, I hope it click to you too as well and everybody in the live. Why do you think that Solomon had so many wives and for some reason the wives were of different nations, right? Each of them was from a different nation, from the king himself, daughter, the highest daughter. Why? Because all kings know that Solomon had their God in prison. Without giving tribute to Solomon, you couldn't be prosperous, because their way to prosper was through their demons, right?
So basically all of them woman that did a spy then.
Yes, that's why every one of them had a temple. All right, imagine, say your God is called Shaka Kanza, right? And you have a daughter, and then I take away your God and put him in chains, right? And then your daughter, you say, shit, how can I get my God's powers again? How can I get, to deal with my God again? You give me a daughter. What you do is you find a way, because in the time of Solomon, I'm not saying that people weren't worshiping other gods, but the worshiping was in, you ever watch those movies where you see people praying and they look dirty and shit, and they see them worshiping a random god, but the God, they say, oh, you don't answer my prayers, the gods don't answer our prayers no more. You see that type of shit? Yeah, that was the time of Solomon. No God was answering prayers anymore. That was the time of Solomon, because the gods are demons. So, right, when, say, as I said, your God is called Shaka Kanza. You have a daughter. The only way you could get tribute, right, is if we worship Shaka Kanza again. Because when Solomon took away Shaka Kanza, when you pray and you don't see nothing happening, normally the people would lose faith, right, and stop praying to that damn demon, in turn not giving that demon power. So say the demon, because when you read the testament of Solomon, there was a demon that dealt with young marriages, like new marriages. It would fuck up the new marriage. Then there was a demon, there's a next demon that deals with just normal marriage, long lasting marriages. Those ones, right, it finds something to bring in, like a girl, a side chick, or a next man. You get what I'm, something, brother. The demon, no, that one knows how to deal with a long lasting marriage, and then the next one that knows how to deal with a new marriage. You get me? Now watch this. If Shaka Kanza's influence is to make young marriages fail, right, and nobody's giving tribute to him, guess what stopped failing? Because remember, Shaka Kanza was, every demon that King Solomon caught wasn't the demons, bro. He caught the leader of them. So Shaka Kanza would have like 1,000,000 demons behind him. Because the Bible says armies of evil. Armies are millions of angels, right? Fallen angels. So watch this now. So Shaka Kanza, just that one demon alone that has to do with young marriages, mashing up young marriages. He has 1,000,000 demons behind him, but they cannot do shit without his consent. So if I catch Shaka Kanza, which is your God, right? And then you find a way, the person to catch your God, to give me one of your daughters, and then find a way to let her trick me to build, not even trick, because I did this on purpose, because the pum pum was good. I build her a temple so she can pray to Shaka Kanza. But remember, Shaka Kanza is in chains. I have him in chains in the dungeon. But the prayer that is given unto Shaka Kanza is an energy, it's vibration, and he knows it, he feels it. So he sends, it's like everything is always the opposite. So when people pray to God, and people think that they feed God, you're not feeding God, you're feeding yourself. Because God made you without your prayer. That means he doesn't need your prayer to survive. So that means when you pray and say, God, can you help me? Who you asking for help? You say, God, can I help you? No, you say, God, can you help me? So when you pray, you're actually, so when people, Satan does everything backwards, fam. So in the movies, you see people say, oh, we're going to stop praying to Zeus, and Zeus won't have no power no more. Move your blood clot. If you stop praying to Zeus, you see what go on every time when they do that? What happen? You see Hades lift up out of the blood clot ground. Hell! A judgment, and put away the demons, fam. Put away Hades the demon. Put away Zeus the god. Put them away. Once you stop showing homage to the creator of the universe, all of a sudden something called bad luck, bad karma enters your life. You have to show homage to something. Whether it's a demon or whether it's the God of the universe, you have to show homage. Fox, is everybody overstanding what I'm saying before I go any further? Because this is a nice conversation. I'm actually happy that y'all made me talk about this. Thank you very much. Is everybody understanding so far? Before we move on. Is everybody, give me some yeses, give me some no's in the comments. All
Can I
right.
say something, bro?
Okay. No, go on us. Come here, get back on that, you know, come never finish. Go ahead.
What, with Leviathan?
No, I think I say if you can say something.
Oh, no, sir. I think,
Okay.
Can't you move on like me,
You ask
say?
me I say something, you say if you say something that you say. If you say something that you say.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sound like if it sound like you say me I say something from or me can't say something from, you know, like you ask me. But anyway, right? So watch this, right? So Shaka Khanza, right? Which is the god that deals with young marriage failures, right? Once you give homage to him, even though he's trapped by King Solomon in the temple, right? That homage doesn't go to him alone. Remember who is connected to one demon? Legion. They're all one. We are what? What them say? What do they say? We are one. And they mean that when one feels pain, all feels pain. So imagine if you get the leader and whoop his ass. And demons feel pain. You just have to find a celestial way to whoop them. Just like how angels feel pain. You just have to find a celestial way to whoop them. And nobody was strong enough to do that. That's the reason why angels never felt no pain. Because who was strong enough to fight an angel and make him feel pain? Who? You get what I'm saying? So this Shaka Khanza, even though Solomon had him in chains, even though he himself couldn't give you the energy, he is connected to about 1 million demons outside of the temple. Remember, Solomon captured him, the leader of the legion of Shaka Khanza, which is the leader of Shaka Khanza, which deals with young man. And fam, I'm making this up as the name, right? But I'm telling you a real thing. There's a demon that deals with breaking up young marriages in the testament of Solomon, right? And I can't remember his name now, so I'm giving you a specific name. I think it's the wind demon, if I'm not incorrect, right? The wind demon, right? But I'm just saying, say his name is Shaka Khanza. This is what he does. When he gets locked up, the leader, he gets whooped. The rest of the demons feel the pain, but they're still out there. They're lost though. They're lost. They don't know what to do because they have no leader. They're lost, right? So they go a wild. And how did they go a wild? They don't know what to do, so they don't know who to go. They don't know, go and check Mash. And go and try and mash up Mash's marriage. Go and mash up Mal's marriage. Go and mash up Chemical's marriage. Go and mash up Tanya's marriage. Go and mash up any one of D Creative's marriage, right? Dushane's marriage. When the demon doesn't have Shaka Khanza to tell it that, the leader of the demons, when he doesn't have him to tell them that, they won't know to come and link you to mash up your marriage. That's the reason why in the time of Solomon, there was good marriages, good children being raised. There wasn't no wars. There wasn't not one war in the time of Solomon. Not even one. Because even the prince of demons, Beelzebub, was captured by Solomon. And he is the one that starts all wars. Even he was captured. So there wasn't even one war in the time of Solomon. Not even one. Remember, we're talking about Solomon who came from King David that was there was a bag of wars in King David's time. Bag of war. Warrior frig. War. And all of a sudden, Solomon born, not even one. Fam, not even one. Not even across the waters. Not even Nephilim. Not even Titan Nephilim swinging fist. Not even that. Nephilim went into hiding when Solomon came into power. Even in the testament of Solomon, he beat a demon, and the demon said, he said, how do I hurt you? How do I capture you or keep you captured? The demon said, you link up yourself. You go link yourself. Because normally when he asked a demon that, they would say, go link Gabriel and pray on the Most High. Like call on the Most High, call on the Son of the Most High and call on Gabriel. Call on the Most High, call on the Son of the Most High and call on Raphael. Call on the Most High, call on the Son of the Most High and call on Suriel. Call on, you know what I'm saying? Any one of these angels. But when this specific question was asked, the demon says, call on yourself. He says, call on the Most High and call on the Son of the Most High, which is you. Instead of him giving an angel, because it's always three names. God, the Father, his name, Yahweh, the Son's name, Yahweh Shai, and then an angel's name, Gabriel, Uriel, Suriel, any one of those angels' names. But he said, the angel, the demon this time said, call on Yahweh's name and call on Yahweh Shai, the angel which is before me now, right now. And Solomon used the ring and hurt him. The demon cannot tell a lie because the ring was given unto him, unto Solomon, to make demons tell him the truth, to know about demons. That's why he's the wisest man on the planet. The ring forced them to...
And the pattern in a ring, what kind of pattern?
We don't know, and it's not no pentagon or no pentagram or no pentagram or tetragrammaton. It's none of that. Don't stop listening to people, right? So as I was saying, this ring, my brother, none of us have this ring because the ring was sent back to the heavens. Nobody has this ring to know what the ring is. Nobody has this. The ring was sent back to the heavens. After Solomon died, the ring was given back, brother. This was a ring that came from the heavens. It didn't come from a demon. It came strictly from the heavens because he put demon in. Satan was, nobody even knows that when Solomon did this, Satan was also there. Satan was also trapped. Why you think Satan hates Jesus so much? Because Solomon is Jesus, and Solomon trapped the three-headed dragon, Leviathan, in his castle, in his temple. Solomon also captured the dragon's son, which is Beelzebul, Baal-Zabaal, the prince of demons, also in his castle. He did. This is why Satan hates him, because he captured, imagine, the only man to capture Satan is Jesus. He did it before and he'll do it again. But this time he's removing him. So as I was saying, right? Beelzebub and all of these demons that you see in the Testament of Solomon, this one specifically, when it was getting the whooper, said that you call on God and you call on the angel, the Son of God, right, who is before me now. King Solomon used the ring, and there's a power in the ring that hurts the demon, and they cry out and scream out, and they do some magical things. But like, for instance, one of them had a wind power, but when he made the wind, this wind could cut you in pieces. So this demon, right, is a high top demon. The little demons can't do this to us, right? But the big one, that one can. He has a wind power that he can, like, you move his hand and it will make a wind come towards you and cut you up in small pieces. Solomon blocked it with the ring. He blocked it. Now when Solomon blocked it, he whooped him again with the ring. The ring has a power that when Solomon aims it at them, it does something to them. It hurts them. And they feel the most excruciating pain ever. So when the demon when the demon said to Solomon, the angel stands before me now, the Son of God, right, the one who is the king, Solomon used the ring and beat him, because to Solomon that is blasphemy. How are you saying that I am, the holy angel? Because back in the day there was taught that there was a holy angel above all angels, differently from the Father. So Solomon literally whooped the demon for saying, yo, you blaspheme. And the demon told him, how can I blaspheme when you have a ring from the heavens that makes me tell the truth? Demons who always lie. Remember, we don't lie. We twist the truth. So it's not a lie, it's a twist of the truth. So if right now you have a ring that makes sure that it's like a lie detector test that I cannot deny. Once you aim it at me, I cannot lie to you. So how did I lie? This is how Solomon figured out that he was that holy angel. My Lord, sit at the right hand of my Lord. Solomon is Christ. He is Yahweh Shai. He is Yeshua. It's the same person. That's why Christ in the Bible says that those who have followed me in the washing of the reincarnation, regeneration. We can read that for you right now out of the Bible. Anybody who don't know that verse, we can read it for you right now. It's in the Bible. We can give you 2 verses that says that. One of them is the washing of the regeneration, and one of them is the following him through the regeneration, which means the conception, because to regenerate is to come back by being conceived by a male and a female. So just like how King David conceived with his Solomon's mother, just like how Jesus, his mother Mary conceived with Joseph. It's the same thing, conception, right? Literally, fam. Jesus has a mother and a father for a reason, because he didn't have one in the future. See, if he came like before, it wouldn't make any sense for him to come like he did before, which is without a mother and a father, like Melchizedek, right? That wouldn't make any sense. What would make sense is if he came with a mother and a father, or through a mother and a father. Melchizedek is the king of Israel. He is the king of all the angels. But how can you be the king of all the angels if all the angels, right, did one of the most gruesome tests there is, which is to come into the flesh? Come into the flesh, give up all of your celestial powers. So it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the end. You're seeking eternal life in the end because you lost it in the beginning. Fam, there's nothing new under the sun. Understand what I am saying. You lost eternal life in the beginning. You lost eternal life in the beginning. That's what you're seeking for in the end. Eternal life. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. You're seeking. So how can Melchizedek be your king if he never went through what you went through? That's the reason why he came down in the flesh. He was given power just like you, right? He was given over much indulgence. He failed. So he was wise as King Solomon, but he failed with the women. He failed. And then he came back again, second chance, as Jesus, to fix that. This time he came in slavery just like you again, to show you that you can do what? You can pass. You see how you failed not in slavery? But when you were in slavery, he didn't fail? What is he telling you? In your hardest tribulations and trials, you can win. In slavery, you can win. Outside of slavery, you turn into a damn idiot. Does everybody understand that? One more time, let me repeat myself. Jesus Christ was King Solomon. He was not a slave. The Bible said to us when we went to the land of milk and honey that God would give us jewelry, diamonds. He would give us all types of gold, bracelets, chains. He would give us lands. He would give us wives, a lot of children. He would make our increase. He would make us do what? Do what? Drink the honey. You know what I'm saying? And he actually did this thing. So when he made Solomon, he gave him the same thing. We actually did this from, we were living like literally kings and queens, even though we had a king and a queen. It was like all of us was kings, all of us was queens. That's how God gave us jewelry and gold and silver and cattle and land and women and children. He gave us everything. You get me? So when the Messiah came, he got the same thing as Solomon. Boom. Now when we got this, I'm learning so much. Thanks. You're welcome. Right? So watch this. So when he came now, right, he got the same thing as King Solomon. He got the same thing. But remember, when the Messiah comes, right, what always has to come with him is what? The destruction of war, which brings peace. But remember, Solomon never came to bring war. So that means that King David was the let's use him as a scapegoat. King David was the one who caused every war so that the peace could reign over Solomon, because this is what Jesus Christ would have done when he comes back in the end times. He's going to come to war against Satan, win, and then cause eternal peace, right? So that means anytime when he comes here, there's supposed to be a form of peace, just like in the time of Melchizedek. Did you notice in the time of Melchizedek, there wasn't any wars either? In the time of Melchizedek, there wasn't any wars, right? There wasn't any wars. Because Abraham kept on winning the wars. And after what happened to Abraham with his wife, which is the king took his wife, which is Sarah, right? Everything went calm. That's why Isaac lived such a nice life. That's why Ishmael could go and just get land, because Abraham was getting land from everywhere. His substance increased. That means that what? There was no war. There was so much peace. Because in that time, he had who? He had Melchizedek with him. Right? Boom. And then all of a sudden, King Solomon came, right? And when King Solomon came, he came again. Melchizedek wasn't a slave, right? King Solomon is Melchizedek, but both times he wasn't a slave. Both times, one time he came without a mama and a papa. Next time he came with a mama and a papa. But the third time he came as a slave. This is the reason why he didn't bring peace of the flesh, but he brought peace of the mind. So 3 times he came here, he brought peace from. 3 times. Melchizedek, when he came here, Abraham had peace of the flesh. That means the wars, he won them. None of his people lost. He was rich. All these nice things. When Solomon came here, the whole children of Israel, the kingdom of Israel was great. Everybody was living their best life. Nobody was starving. Everybody was great, right? When Jesus came here, right, we was in slavery, so we didn't need peace of the body. We needed peace of the mind, fam. And this is what he brought us by telling us and teaching us how to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You see why I say to you that when I'm teaching, I actually sit down in the back of a class listening to myself too? Because fam, you think I know where all that shit came? I know where it came from, but I don't know how I put it together like how I do for y'all. It has to be the spirit. Because that's a lot of information I just put together for you. You think I sit down trying to learn this shit? No.
It's a lucky thing. Me bring up a Melchizedek thing. Cause if I bring up that, more don't know say a 3 time Yahweh Shai company earth.
Seal. He's been here 3 times. 1 without a mother and a father. 2 with a mommy and a daddy. 1 with a proper mama and a father. 2, and both of them were still proper because King David was a proper man. He came as Solomon through King David, right? So King David was a proper father, but at the same time, his mother, how her husband passed away and how she became King David's wife was full of controversy, right? Full of controversy, right? So I'm gonna show you like mine. I'm gonna use myself as an example, and I'm not scared to use myself. I'll tell you this. So my mama was raped, right? But she owed my papa money. So basically, my papa's a gangster. And she takes his money all the time, and he thinks in his head that he deserves the pum pum. So he takes it one day, and then here I am. But that was gonna happen whether I liked it or not. Now King Solomon, his mother, right, was given unto a next man. She should have carried other children, not him. But it seems like in his destiny and her destiny and in King David's destiny, she was meant to carry the baby that way. Because if you think about it, if you take a man and put him in front of the war, right, to die so that you can have his wife, that's basically fornication. That's basically fornication. That's also adultery. But the thing the reason why it ain't, and you made it so that it's not, but because of how you did it, the reason why it's not is because you were smart enough to make sure the husband died, but you purposely put him at the front of the war to die. You know for a fact that a widow, you can marry a widow, you can. But the thing about this, even though you can marry a widow, you made her a widow. So you, in making her a widow also, the reason why you didn't get the judgment, King David, as my father, I can talk about him. I learned from him, a lot from him, right? Even though the reason why you can get away with it is because you caused it, it was in her. God put it in you to do that, and God put it in her to like you also. That means she was also fornicating on her husband because she liked him. She loved King David. She wanted that penis. She wanted it. That means that she was fornicating as well, committing adultery as well, because she was a married woman. When she probably heard that that nigga was dead, she was like, oh, praises. I can just see her. That's how wicked women are. I can just imagine. That man was probably one of them, because remember, that man was a soldier, fam. You know back then how soldiers are. They're savage. Savage, hard, rough. You get me? So I can just imagine when she heard that that man passed away, she was like, oh, praises. And now she can go frolic with King David. You get what I'm saying? Let me do this puzzle thing. Give me a second. Right? Solomon was born through that, fam. That's not a good thing to be born through. But you see, because King David is the one who caused it, it would make sense for him to take care of the family and be her husband after. That's the reason why he got away with it. You caused his death, so you take care of his family. Right? You take care of the wife that should have given him a family, should I say, Salakia. Right? Even though she never gave him no children as yet. Now when you get her pregnant, you better make sure that you take care of that child and take care of her. Because she had a husband that God already gave her. It's the same thing like me, man. In slavery, I was most likely born, because I love marriage. I didn't like it at first when I just woke up in this life, but I figured out my natural spirit loves it. So that means in my last life, most likely in slavery, like in slavery they still allow people to get married and stuff. Most likely in slavery, my peoples got married, yeah, and then I got married. You get me? Yeah. I was born through marriage, but in this life, I'm born through rape. You get me? That's what I'm born through. The Bible says God will use the worst, yeah, to show his power, yeah? Yeah, man, in real life. So in reality, fam, y'all might not get it. Y'all might not get it, but it's just not for a lot of y'all to get. See, he had to be born in muck. He had to be born in muck family. mock as King David and his mother, how his father died, how not his father, but because King David is his only father, but how his mother's husband died and then King David became her husband. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing when he came back again as Jesus. When he came back as Jesus, fam, he was born by a married woman and a married man, which is Mary and Joseph. They were married. They were engaged, but when Joseph had sex with her that day and she was found with child after, because he had sex with her, but he was under the Holy Spirit, which he is himself. So if you're the Holy Spirit, it's going to be easy for you to be possessed by the Holy Spirit, depending on what type of vessel you are. If you're a clean vessel, the Holy Spirit of truth who can possess you into righteousness. Because fam, tell the truth, I'm going to ask you all a question and tell me if I sound stupid, because you know I always ask that question if I sound stupid, right? Question: the amount of how many times have you seen people hurt you over and over, but yet you keep on saying to yourself, you open your damn mouth and say, it's like you can't do shit about it. Even when you hate it, it's like your brain goes blank and you don't hate it no more, because you know that once your brain is thinking about it, you won't do it. So your brain goes blanky blank and you can't remember that you hate the fact that you're gonna have to do something for somebody that might just throw it in your face again one more time. But you still do it and you carry on doing it over and over and over and over. Are you not possessed? Just like how the wicked are possessed you continuously doing evil over and over and they can't stop. The woman says she can't stop sitting on the penises. She can't stop selling the pussy. You can't stop buying the pussy. That's what y'all say, right? Aren't you possessed? Now I'm asking. That's a real question. That's a real ass question, fam. Whether you do good or bad, when you're doing good, and many of y'all have been hurt many times for doing people good, and you got hurt in the process of doing good for somebody else, and you murmured, you cursed, you cried. You know what I'm saying? You was angry. There was many emotions, different emotions for different situations. And you said, I'm never going to help somebody again because I always get used. Every single time I help somebody, I get used. There's never one time I've never helped somebody and not gotten used. And then guess what? As soon as you go to sleep and wake up the next day and open the door and somebody needs help, guess what you do again? Help them again. Is that not possession? Are you not possessed? Talk to me now.
Facts, bro.
Whether it's in righteousness or it's in unrighteousness, you're possessed, fam. You're possessed to do righteousness. The Most High possesses his children. He owns them. We're his possession. So if we're his possession, that means we're possessed by him. Just like they say a ghost, a demon possession. Yes, fam. I'm possessed by the demon, the ghost, the angel, the magistrate, the mighty one, the Holy Spirit, the everything of the Most High. That's what I am. Because fam, I don't want to go live. A lot of the times when y'all see me don't go live, fam, it's the spirit that tells me not to go live, and I'm happy that the spirit says don't go live. You think I'm sad? I want the rest a lot of the times. You think it's joking? I want it. It's not easy to go live for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't even like to ask questions like that. So that means I have to be constantly trying to, you know, move the live onto, and it's just conversation after conversation. And because it's so wide of a conversation, there's always a lot to teach. This is not easy, fam. So I have to be possessed. Think about it. I have to be possessed. So if somebody says, oh, Mash, you're possessed, I'm not angry at that. You're correct. Because I am the Most High. Listen to the word, possession. I am the Most High. Listen to the word, possession. So that means that I am possessed. You can only be to one of the... So Christians don't even understand this. If you tell a Christian you're possessed, they'll think, oh, he's possessed by a demon. No. If you own something, you're possessed. Exactly. If you own something, right, it is possessed by you. You possess it. You own it. Right? So that means anything that you own, you have influence over. So you see how we say there's no free will? That again proves that there's no free will. Because if you find yourself owned by the Most High, if you find yourself owned by Satan, you're possessed by him. You see that, fam? You see how the mathematics is so easily understood? Is everybody understanding what I am saying to y'all? And you get in the fine detail, because this is what we always lose track of, the fine detail, the word, what they mean, English. English is the worst language on the face of the planet, but it is also the most revealing language on the face of the planet. English has revealed unto us, fam, many truths that y'all don't even notice. Like this word that we're breaking down right now, possession. I possess the car. That means I have influence of the car. Let me give you as an example, because God sends me the niggas who is like myself. You get me? Yeah. We need extra explanation. So watch this, right? If I possess the car, I have influence over the car. That means I can put rims on the car. I can choose to put $1,000 here, $1,000 there, and mash up the engine for the car. Or I can put every time when the car's gas runs out or runs low, I can, or before it runs low, I can keep it high, right? So that the car doesn't mash up, so my engine doesn't mash up. I am the one that has what? Influence over the possession. Now, to have influence over something, that means the thing itself doesn't have any free will. Now, if there's no free will to that this thing has, and it can only do what I say it's supposed to do, and y'all need to look at this at the deepest aspects, fam. This is what I mean when I say download. A download isn't necessarily something that you need to download now. You've already got the components to the code. You just need to put the codes together so that you can see the creation coming from the code, right? So if you, again, let me give it to you again. If something is possessed, so if we say somebody is possessed by a demon, people who love God are also possessed by God. It is facts. As I just said to you, if somebody does you something wrong, and you always say to yourself, I'm always being used, you cry, you get angry, you get sad, many emotions when somebody uses you after you have helped them. And then you say you're never going to help somebody again. But as soon as you go to sleep that same night, not even the next day, that same night, somebody calls you on your phone and says it's an emergency, please help me. You rush in your car, you jump on the bus, you wire them Cash App, you wire them Pay, whatever it may be, fam. You let them in through your door if they're at the front door. And you said you would have never helped nobody again. You're possessed to do good. You're possessed, fam. That's the only thing you can call that, because how can you be going through so? It's just like this, right? The Bible says, right, anything that somebody continues to do shows that they don't know that what they're in. They don't understand what they're in. Like, if you continue to do something and you don't understand it, you don't know what's happening. That's what the scripture says. You don't know what's happening because you yourself don't understand it. So understanding, right? So it's knowledge, then getting understanding of it. That's for you, right? And then the wisdom comes after the knowledge and after the understanding. You get what I'm saying? The wisdom comes last. No, Sakya, the understanding comes last. Wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Wisdom is in the middle. So you get wisdom from the knowledge and understanding from the wisdom. You know what I'm saying, fam? Which is in the middle. Wisdom is always in the middle. It's her. It goes through her to you. She's in the middle. So knowledge comes through wisdom to you, which is the understanding, the inner standing, the overstanding. As I said, fam, I haven't eaten all day, so if you see me lag a little bit, lagging, you know, like when the TV starts to shake and shit, when the signal goes shaky, just take your time with me. I haven't eaten all day, so just take your time with me. I'll fix it, and whatever, if I say something by accident or wrong or whatever, I'll fix it and get me. But
Like, you still up on the outside, my brother, man.
yeah, outside me the same way. Outside me the same way, man. Yeah, fam. So as I was saying, right? So if you are continuously doing good stuff, good things, and you cannot stop from doing so, that is called a form of possession. You're possessed. Because if somebody, if you see water coming out of a pipe or out of the tap, and then you turn it off and you turn it back on and think that when you turn it back on again, there's going to be wine or there's going to be juice. But yet when you turn it back on again, you see water again. But yet you say, I'm going to turn it off again and try again and see if there's going to come wine or there's going to come juice. And you turn it back on, off again and turn it back on and there's still water. And you keep on doing this test. Guess what? You're delusional. You're crazy. You're mad. Because you're looking for a different, you're looking for a different, reaction from the same action. You get what I'm saying? You're looking for a different reaction from the same action, fam. It doesn't make any sense. You see people hurting you while you're doing good for them, right? Well, no matter how they hurt you, you still do good. That means you're possessed to do good. You see people hurt you, and then one day you turn into the devil just like them. That means you were never good. You were always the devil. You went into your true energy. So how many people get hurt and they hurt you right back, fully loaded? What's wrong with you? There's a lot of women out here, when they hurt their men, they say, or they hurt men and they trick men and whatever, they feel bad. It's like how men feel bad, but there's some men out here that don't give a shit. It's like how there's women out here that don't give a shit. When they hurt each other, they don't give a shit. Because that's their true nature. Their true nature is to hurt. It's to get hurt and to hurt. It's to continuously do this cycle. Your true nature is to feel hurt and not reciprocate that hurt, but with love. But you don't understand it. When you always say, I've heard many of y'all say, oh, Jesus said, turn the other cheek. That was some fuckery ass lie, or that was a foolish thing to say or whatever. But you're the fucking idiot. You're an idiot. So you disrespected Jesus, Yahweh Shai, Yeshua. That's what y'all call him, right? His name is Yahweh Shai. He's not here to defend himself, but I am here to defend him. And I know that y'all talk like that because I'm here with y'all and I hear y'all talk like that all the time. So watch this now. When Jesus said this thing, right? I need you to understand. When he said turn the other cheek, you've been in the other cheek, bitch ass nigga. Every single time when somebody does something bad to you and you give them a chance, that's you turning the cheek, you fucking ass. Think that you got away with something. You was an idiot. You got away. Literally, he said something which he was correct on and you violated on that. That's called blasphemy. Because anytime you go against the truth, if you didn't know, that's called blaspheming. You blaspheme when you go against what is the truth. You blaspheme when you go against what is called the truth. You said Jesus should have never told nobody to turn the next cheek, but how many times did you forgive? There's people out here that we know for a fact. We know them family. We know them by name. We know where they live. We know how they act. They will never forgive you. We got friends like that. If we say you fuck around with him, he gonna fuck you up. You fuck around with her, she gonna fuck you up. She ain't gonna forgive you. She gonna hold that against you until she get a lick back. Until she gets a lick back, she will hold that against you. He will hold that against you until he gets his lick back. That's facts. He has to get his lick back. What do you mean? You no. There's people that don't forgive, fam. How many times have people hurt y'all at work, in real life, and y'all just said to yourself, I'm not gonna do the same back to this person? That shows you your natural nature. Your natural nature is not to hurt people. It's not. That means that you're possessed, because no matter how much you get hurt, you keep on not hurting them to the best of your ability. Sometimes you still do, because we're in the flesh, and the flesh is confused with the spirit. They're fighting against each other, one of them trying to rule, right? But at the same time, to the best of your ability, every single day you get up, you try not to hurt somebody, whether it's your partner, whether it's somebody out there in the streets, whether it's somebody at work. You know what I'm saying? You try not to hurt somebody. Y'all are so sensitive to the point where y'all don't even trying to hurt somebody's feelings by even hiding the truth from them. That's how bad it's gotten, fam. It's not a good thing. It's a bad thing, because y'all got to the point where y'all don't have it balanced, right? Because that's good when it's balanced, but y'all don't have it balanced. Y'all have it unbalanced to the point where y'all are getting hurt, right? Y'all are still helping people, but not telling them, listen, you did this bullshit. I'm still gonna help you. No matter how I'm rebuking you right now, I'm still gonna help you. But you fucked up. You did this to me. Don't do it again, right? And guess what? Even if you do it again, I'm gonna give you a chance. But I hope you know that you're fucking up, and then maybe one day I won't have the strength to give you any more chances. So it's up to you with what you want to do. You get what I'm saying, fam? Literally, fam, which is your mind of cleanliness and mind of God. Y'all get up and y'all are possessed in righteousness. Y'all are possessed in righteousness. Everybody, am I incorrect? Are y'all not possessed in righteousness? Every single person on this live. I know y'all are fucked up. I know some of y'all got wigs and weaves on. Some of y'all still eat that nasty ass pork. Some of y'all still eat that shrimp and crab. But y'all are still seeking for the Most High. If you can listen to a man like me and go through a lesson plan with a man like me, I'm telling you, you're even of somewhat of God. Even somewhat of him. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man, a facts, bro. Cause many times people do evil, and we have a power to do it back, or even worse. And the amount of time we make it slide,
my brother, that's the point, my brother. Listen to what you just said. I want you to clock what you just said. What you just say? People try to hurt us, and we have the what?
The power.
So if you had the power, why you never do it? Brother, every single time you get power, let me ask you a question. Every single time you get power, don't you use it?
Can't.
When have you ever gotten power and never use it, my brother? Remember, you know, 'cause power wasn't supposed to be evil. Power was never supposed to be something evil enough, fam. It was just supposed to be that you are in charge. Power, right? Power. So when, if you said you had the power to do bad to them, but if you did, why didn't you? Because you didn't, brother. You didn't. You were possessed. You didn't have the power. When you did hurt somebody who hurt you, that power was given unto you, and you use it and bust them skull. Every single time when you had the power, bro. All right, I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you. Fuck it, just come to me. God said, give this to you right now. You realize every time when so you wanna hurt somebody, it's like all of a sudden, it's not a spirit of fear, you know, it's a spirit of weakness come right in your gut, like something that makes you feel weak, like don't, like. Am I lying?
A real facts, brother.
Bro, you want to hurt them, but as soon as they're about to move forward to them, to rush them with your fist, with your knife, with your strap, a weakness comes inside of your belly, in your gut, in your whole body, right? And it's not a fear thing. It's not a fear. It's a weakness, like, it make your body feel weak. Like you just feel weak. Brother. And it's not them being protected, it's you, because you have the intention. But for some reason, the power is not given to the body. So intention is not power, bro.
Yo, I say facts, brother. Real facts, brother. No joke.
Bro, I used to think that was fear, you know. You see, before I found the Most High, I used to think that was fear. I used to think it was fear. So what used to happen is, every time when how I know it's not fear, everybody listen to this part. You need to listen to it. Because I'm a fighter, right? I love to fight, right? Fight, like fist fighting, right? So watch this. How I figured out that there's two different feelings. When I see something, so when I used to feel it, and then I never used to fight some people, or war them, or trouble them after they trouble me. And I used to think, I wonder if I'm scared of them. And then God did give me the power of people that, like he gave me the same, you know when you see something new, and you're saying, I don't know if I'm going to win or lose, but let me go test it though. That I always had that, brother. You see, when I see these people, I'm talking about people that are smaller than me. Smaller than me sometimes, fam. Because I love I love big devils, so they fall hard. You get me? But sometimes them smaller than me, fam. Right? And it's like a weakness comes in my gut saying, don't hurt them. You get me? Like, don't do them nothing. And I used to test it when it comes onto the men to see if it's a weakness. And fam, it was never a weakness, because once me start thump, I go in slow motion, I start seeing your thumping slow. Fam, I'm not lying, I'm telling you the truth. You see me? My face is not easy to clock. I'm telling you that, right? I see shit in slow motion and I'm not adrenaline rush or none of that. As a matter of fact, I'm fully calm. Once I know I'm gonna fight, I try to fight as calm as possible, because I realize shit slows down. So when shit's slowing down, I always win. I be tapping you on your face and wondering how you ain't catching me. But anyway, right? When it comes on to this family, it's like, when it comes on to certain people, I can't do that. No matter big, small, fat, slim, I don't care. It's like I don't wanna. It's like I wanna fight you. I wanna hurt you. I wanna give you a whoop ass because you deserve it. You deserve it so badly. But something says it's not me to give you a judgment. It's not me to fling these fists on you, fling this knife in your belly, gunshot on your skin. No, it's not for me. And I feel a weakness in the gut. Ask any man, yeah, any gunman. Enough gunman me hear say it, brother. We buck up and pick me. I never buck up on a child before when I go to do my works. You get me? But enough gunman buck up on a child, and the man them say them feel something coming at them guts. Say leave the child alone. No matter how they blaze in the shot them, leave the child alone. It's the same thing we feel for some of you people. Why? And I thought that was a fear thing until God gave me the power to mash up a lot of y'all, to let me know that there's two different. There's one of me finding out there's something new, a new challenge, and there's one that there's a fear that God put in me not to hurt you. Because I will corrupt myself, or I am touching an anointed. It's one out of the two, you know. It's either I am corrupting myself, which is I'm corrupting myself, which is unanointed, right? And I don't know if I'm anointed. I'm just saying, right? Say I'm anointed, I'm gonna corrupt myself. And if I don't corrupt myself as an anointed, that means I touch an anointed and I will get a whoop ass. Either I will get a whoop ass. You get what I'm saying, fam? And this is what y'all feel, fam. Let's put that down now. Let's put the fighting away now. Like how you know what I'm talking about. That's the same feeling y'all feel every single time when somebody does something to you. You feel it in the gut, and then the person comes back, and that's as soon as they ask for help again, you feel it in the gut. and you want to hurt them so badly. You want to say, fuck you, don't call my phone. Fam, some of the time these people is not even your partner. I'm not talking about girlfriend and boyfriend bullshit. I'm talking about strangers, family, yo. And you feel some type of way if you don't help them. In your gut. It's like a butterfly, and the butterfly doesn't feel good like when you see your children. Or when you see a friend or a family that you haven't seen for a long time. Feels bad. It makes your body feel weak, but because once your body, as a man, our bodies are naturally firm. We every time we tense up a lot. So men are. So when we see our bodies going to that butterfly thing, and then it doesn't feel good also, and then I have to let you loose, let you slide, give you a chance. That shit don't feel nice. But yet, even though it doesn't feel nice, I still do it. That means that I am possessed. So anybody who just came in on the live, that's what we're talking about. If you do good and cannot stop doing good, even when people continuously do you bad, you are possessed. So when y'all say that people who are possessed by demons, I'm possessed by God, so what is the point? It might sound like, oh, that makes sense or that's good, but think about it. You're using the same word possession. Y'all made it seem like the word possession was a bad word. When you possess something, you own it. So God owns you. That means that everything that comes from your mouth is also of God. Think about it. That's why when Christians say that they find God, family, anybody in this life that as a Christian, did y'all find God? Who in this life found God? Who in this life found God? There's 57 of y'all. I know at least 8 of y'all can answer that question. Who in this life found God? Just say me or I. None of y'all found God? No Christian on this live, no Bible person on this live has found God?
And a Yahweh and a me find Yahweh and a Yahweh find me.
Okay then, because this is the thing, when you say he was always with me and I will with me as I will abandon him. As I will, I don't think he meant to write that, but yeah. Me, fam. You found God, my brother? Are you sure about that? According to the text, Yahweh Shai is the one that finds us and brings us unto God. So, which one of us ever found God? Y'all always hear me say find the truth. Never found God. Finding the truth and finding God is two different things. Finding the truth and finding God is two different things. Nobody has ever found God. God is never with any of y'all as well. That person who wrote that a while ago, that was incorrect. God was never with you. Him pick us. Khan, he picks you and then he leads you on to the Father. He's the one that comes to separate the wheat from the tares. Not one of us has ever found Jesus. Not one of us has ever found Yeshua or his true name, Yahweh Shai, or even the Father, Yahweh. Some of y'all call him Yahweh. None of you have ever found any of these entities. You might have found demons or whatever, but none of us have ever found the Most High. He finds us. This is how we know what a possession is. This goes back to what I was saying. If you are someone's possession, right, that means that the words that come out of your mouth is of him. The owner of you, like the car, nobody can put the rim on the car but the owner. Nobody can put change, give the car an oil change, whether you pay for it or you do it yourself, but the owner. You're the owner of the car. If you park that car and say to yourself that you're never gonna move it again, nobody can move that car unless they come and steal it away. And if nobody steals it, it stays right there. You get what I'm saying? So that should show us, fam, that once we are of the Most High, we are his possessions. And if you're his possession, that means you're possessed by him. This is why you do good things all the time, even when you get hurt. If you are of Satan, that means you're his possession. That means you are, that's why the Messiah said, you are of the devil, your father, Satan. Right? You are of the devil, your father, because he owns you. He does. For real, for real. Not no joke, not no metaphor. Real for you. The real for you page. Not no meta For You page. The real For You page. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, fam. I'll get them one real quick. This is John chapter 10 and verse starting at 27. It says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me."
See? He's the one that calls you, my brother. So when you're seeking him in Jeremiah chapter 29 verses 13, you're seeking the voice. The voice that's been calling out to you. It's not that there wasn't a voice and you just sought him out and then you found him. No. There's a voice calling out to righteous reaper. Righteous reaper. Righteous reaper. Righteous reaper. Your name is being called. So you are doing what? Seeking after his voice. Right? So when you who don't know what his voice sounds like, but this person keeps on calling your name, and then you figure out this person is a celestial being, now you know who is being calling your name, right? So you're seeking out the voice that's calling to you. And many people, brother, is seeking out the voices, all right? And many people is not being called out to, right? And many people is not being called out to, but they're seeking. They see, oh, let me go find God, and they're not being called out to. So you know what they end up finding, my brother? Demons. And many people are want to be smart so badly, want to be intelligent so badly. And many people want to be prophets so badly, prophetess so badly, right? Preachers so badly that they're digging for that spiritual gift till they end up. You realize every single movie you watch and every reality you're actually seeing the movie is not telling you a lie. Fam, we saw preachers having intercourse with men in the movie. Now we see it in real life. We saw preachers doing occultist acts underneath the church, behind the church, in the church building when the church is closed with them and their occultist worshippers, and then we see it now in real life. The preachers are TD Jakes, all of them, every single one of them, fam. The TV didn't lie to you. The TV didn't lie to you. They want power so badly. That family, they need to do it because your energy can only be drained for so long. They have to always be finding new things to keep you occupied in giving them your energy. So if they can't find anything new, the next best thing for them to do is to ask the demons, right, to give them power to perform fake miracles. And this is how now you give them the energy. When you go home and say, this man is amazing, he made the blind see, this man is amazing. You didn't make no damn blind see, that person was never blind. I'm not talking about Jesus, I'm talking about these people in your church. He made the dumb speak. That person could always speak. He made the lame walk. That person could always walk. It's all a trick, fam. It is called trickery. And he has to deal with demons. The preacher has to deal with demons. He's searching. So what does he do? He seeks out. And then when you seek out, something is always... Let me tell you something. There's always many voices out there, demons and angels. Because just like you have to be guided on this path called life, right? Whether it's, all right, you ever heard a voice say, don't come out of your house? You ever heard a voice say, don't come out of your house? And you was going to go on a trip with one of your friends, and then you heard a little bit later, oh, the car crashed and everybody's dead? Yeah. Yeah, that was the angel calling out to your voice, right? And to your name. And if you didn't acknowledge the angel, guess what the angel did? The angel make your belly start hurting you, make you get diarrhea and shit yourself as soon as you're right about to walk through the door. I've never shit myself. I don't think y'all just get up and shit yourselves. But I'm saying that's how serious it is. If you keep on being pushed, but because the Most High is the one that writes your steps, right? So say the Most High making you push. It's a lesson to learn. Watch this. So the Most High is put it in you to walk through the door, but there's an angel also putting it in you from the Most High. Do not go through the door, right? And then in the end, the Most High is going to give you the energy to follow the angel and not follow your flesh. He wanted you to think that you're going to end up going through that door in the end, but you didn't. You put on your clothes, you started your car, let it warm up, you know, let the PMs go down, you know what I'm saying? Because you know it's a cold start. You let it run for a little bit before you drive off or go nowhere. You're checking the wheels, all type of thing. And by the time you're ready to go, you just shut off the car and walk out and take off the clothes and take off the shoes and everything and go back to bed or go in your house and chill and eat some food. You ain't going nowhere no more. because that wasn't in your destiny. And then your friends say, okay, then we're gonna rent a car, and boom, they rent a car, they crash, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them no more. This is what it is, fam. It's that same voice. These
Mash.
principalities are calling out to you. 1 minute, bro. These principalities are calling out to you as well as demons are calling out to you. Remember, it's Satan that leads people to their death, fam. It was Satan that took. All right, just to prove to you who takes your life, we know it's God that takes everybody's life. But look who takes your life. Who was it that was the one that made all of the armies go upon Job's house? Satan, and burn down all his houses. Who was the one that made all of Job's servant be unalive? Satan. Who was the one that made Job have big boils on his skin? Satan. Who was the one that unalive all of Job's children, daughters and sons? Satan. Who was the one that unalive all of the animals? Satan. So who is the one that unalives people for God? Satan. You see how easy that is, fam? It's easy to figure out. It's easy. Go ahead, brother.
You know, say, as I talk about voice, seeing one day, I dey on the truck, I got a mob, you see me? And when me reach about sentence side, me ears start ring. So when me ears start ring now, me I wonder what I go on. So me say, when me ears start ring, so me say, speak. And then me ears like, yeah, soft voice, say, yo, cover yourself. So instantly now, me start cover myself, till all the driver in the truck start look for me and I wonder what I go on. So when me done cover myself now, me start be weird when me have a buck up in a, you see me? And when we reach one is a advertisement. You know them big billboard sign, them advertisement sign there.
Yeah.
And one of them sign them a buck up in a, and you see the animation where they on the sign is an animation, a cartoonish animation with two big eye. And in the eye are the animation in you know, say in there the entity there.
See you. But remember that he said remove your eyes from the demons.
Brother, wait
Salam.
for help me.
Shalom. So 1 minute. So Rama, hopefully you can understand English or overstand English. I'm gonna say something to you quick and fast. Now, Rama, your people and my people is not the same people. I don't even like your people. But because, right, you are of Ishmael, right, even though you're lighter skin Ishmael, right, and I know y'all are going through some stuff over there, right, I don't personally have a gift to give you, but, right, because let me finish, ma'am, please. I don't have any, because I don't top up on TikTok, but my peoples, for Ishmael's sake, right, and for leadership's sake, because we're gonna rule the planet in the future. Any little cent is a lot for her over there. So if y'all can send her some roses, please send her some roses. Don't put the baby in the screen, man. We don't need to see the baby. I'm gonna give it to you whether you show me the baby or not. Or they're gonna give it to you whether you show the baby or not. Cause I don't have no. Let me see if I got a gift to give her. Let me see if me have no nothing. Cause me always yesterday me send 2 money gun to a disabled black person, you know. Can anybody send her a rose, please? You know I don't beg on this thing. Can anybody send her a rose, please, and thank you? Yes, thank you. It means a lot to her. Thank you very much. Right. She's she might be in Ishmael's people, but she's not the one that is putting us in what we were in, you know what I'm saying, or what we are in right now. So if anybody can send her a small gift, get her up to 30 coins, and she should be okay with that. That's a lot. Anything you can send her, you know, even if it's 1 out of the 3, yeah, and keep 2 back for yourself and for your people. Yeah, anybody can send her, like, bring her up to 30 coins. That I think that should help her, even with a meal, right? Even with a meal, make sure buy some flour, some bread tomorrow. You see what I say? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, guys. Can y'all please send her a rose if it's okay? Me nah no kind. See them? Me don't have my kind them yesterday. But me send the wake up. Me send kind yesterday because me get 2 money gun yesterday, and me send them to one disabled youth on TikTok. Me send 2 of them. See there, 200. See, that's more than a meal. That's more than a meal. Well, big up to you, righteous reaper. May the Most High continue to give you power and make you be the leader that you're supposed to be. Big up to you, fam. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. I am thanking you for her and for the Galactic Enterprise. This is how we rule. We rule in peace and we rule in love. Take her down. Thank you for coming up. Moderators, take her down. That must can buy her something. Because go up on a live one at a time. Because you know you have some of them that come on the Jamaican lives and they end up learning English properly. So they tell you even 200 coins, man. Can buy them some flour. Because they love pita bread, you know? Like unleavened bread, pita bread. They eat that all the time. So she can buy a bag of flour with 200 coins. You hear me I say, fam? Yeah, man. Rama, I'm sorry. I can't let you back up again. I'm sorry, hush. You can go other places now, mama. I'll show you. First of all, I don't even care about nobody else but my own people. But because you are of Ishmael, and I am supposed to be a leader of the universe and of all nations, one day, if I should so get the chance to do so from the Father, I have to show what we have, what we call mercy. And I am one of the most loving people on the planet, because my people are the most loving people on the planet. So this is the reason why we let you up, and this is the reason why we help you, even though we should have not helped. We should have never helped you, but we did, because we are your leaders. So your leaders have to help you, even though you didn't give us power to lead over you as yet, and even though we're gonna have to force you to let us lead you, because we're gonna have to force the whole world to let us lead them. Nobody will ever let niggers lead them. To see chariots come from the sky, spaceships come from the sky, and you see black angels come out, and then you see them say, "Oh, these people right here are the gods of the earth. These are the kings and queens of the earth, and they're gonna have to lead over you." People ain't gonna like that. People are gonna be angry. People are gonna be angry, fam. Angry, a lot of anger, and then we put them in captivity as well. Come on now, it ain't gonna be a nice sight. It won't be a nice sight at all. At all. You get me? So right now, my peoples gave you 200 coins that can buy a nice bag of rice, because money over there is different. World War III then. Yeah, it already started long time. We would if we could right now. Yeah, no make we have no coin. You see, for a reason though. Because even Reaper, right? Even Reaper could have said to himself, "Let me go and top up." But the Bible say, "Yo, work with what you have and give her what you have." You see me? Probably if it was a person that was disabled, one of us, Reaper go send a lion. You see me I say? But they say they enough but in reality, what is the most that's why I say that we're all possessed, because every step of the way is written down. Every step of the way is written down. You might want you could probably have the money for a lion, but your spirit said don't give a lion. You get what I'm saying? Like for instance, you realize that the majority of people have the money to give a lion, but they will never send it, right, to the poor, but they will always go on alive, right? Reaper is one of our people, so he's always sending gifts. Big up to Reaper and all the gift senders, even D Creative, even Mal himself. Every one of y'all have sent me gifts. Big up to y'all, right? I've never gotten a lion before, but you don't know you send me gift all the time. Big up to y'all, right? So watch this. But you realize, right, fam? You ones that have the little gifts, it's y'all that go on the poor people's life and give them the small gifts. What you have, you get me, what you can afford. And then you have people that are living in the same position as you, but they will spend their last on a lion and send it to a creator that's winding up and down on the screen. Or if it's not their last, they will have more than their last and send a lion, right, to a person that doesn't need it, or a person that is doing foolishness or not teaching anything or uplifting the people, right? Instead of to send it to somebody who will use it as charity and help people. No, they would rather send it to the people who will not. This is how you know that this earth is not of God. It has to be of Satan, fam. And when I say that, I mean that physically. I mean that every single step of the way of this planet is of Satan. Like, this is being run by Satan. This is not being run by God, because even good people will hold back their money. And I have seen people who are good, so-called good people, Christians, right? Who, all right, for instance, all right, you say you love God, and somebody comes and makes something up, right? You're a Christian and you love God. You see a pastor come on the screen. The pastor is saying stuff, and then you love everything that he's saying. He's saying, oh, God is going to make you prosper. Hey, all these things. There's 2,000 of y'all watching him. As a matter of fact, 10,000 people watching him. I come on his live, right? He lets me up. I come on his live and I'm telling him that, yo, you just said all the people will prosper, but God said in these last days all the people will suffer. And that's the reason why the people are suffering, right? And then coming to you crying that they're going through struggles. So instead of you showing them how to fix that struggle, you're actually telling them that everything's going to be okay, which is just a puss in a bag or cat in the bag type of argument, right? Y'all are going to get angry with me because to you, I'm trying to stop your motivation from him. He's motivating you, and I'm trying to stop that, but I'm not actually trying to stop that. I'm telling you that you cannot stop the 7th time of tribulation, and just like how nobody can stop the 7th time of righteousness. 7 times rise, 7 times fall. When you're falling, there's nobody that can catch you. Even if you call on the name of God himself, he will not catch you because it was your time to fall and to learn from it. The Bible said there is a time to win and there's a time to lose. Do you understand, fam? Go ahead, bro.
Even spirit disguise itself as a good spirit over the farm, and you come with the right energy and disrupt all of that, and then things that you are evil.
You come with the right energy to disrupt that evil lying spirit, because remember, it's an evil lying spirit. Remember, what are they trying to do? What is Satan's greatest job? To trick you into thinking he is the comforter. That means pastors and preachers and prophets and teachers and deacons, when you see them trying to comfort you with something that can actually make you feel good according to the flesh, that is not a real messenger, that is not a real preacher, that is not a real teacher. Comforting you, it should be able, alright. The only people that can be comforted are the ones of God. You know why? When God says this earth has to end, people get sad and angry because they're thinking about all these nice things that they love in the earth. You see what I'm saying? But the people of God say all praises because we're tired of, even though the earth is nice, the earth is nice. The world and the things that are on the earth being created is incorrect and bad and evil. So, right, we're happy when we pray and we say, our Father who art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. Yeah, we want his will to be done, which is this earth to be done away with, and a new earth, a renewed earth, a fixed earth, a new world order from the heavens earth to come. Do you understand me? But people don't want, you see, for that to come, this earth has to first go away. The cars, the jewelry, the parties, the fun, it all has to go away. For the new earth, and think about this, people have invested so much into this one already, it's going to be hard for them to let go of this one to then accept a new. Where you go?
Can't. Yeah, against the will of the Most High, fam.
I'm going, I want some food. I eat and teach. Yo, that dog there, something now already up there. You want to let go to you, but something now already up there, so.
Yeah, man, them against the spirit of the Most High are the order of the Most High, and they even realize it, fam.
Can't. So I'm going inside. Give me a second. I have to pack up and go inside. See what I'm saying, man? Man should be outside at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the rising, right? Under the stars, right? And not have to worry that, yo, somebody's gonna come and bust your skull. Bang, bang. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, brother. Take your foot off of the something.
Yes, Marsh.
Yo,
Bless man.
shalom.
Yeah. Let me say then, may I say, Christ is a deceiver then, no?
Say it again.
Christ is a deceiver. The Christ is a deceiver.
The Christ is a deceiver. Yes and no, yes.
Because if this world, a Satan world, that was deceived by him, the first I'm going to change him to go deceive the people them again.
Say it again. Say it again. One more time.
Me say if Satan they deceive our forefathers then, Adam, and we were deceived. So in order for Christ to change that again, he have to come and deceive the same people them again.
Yes, he has to deceive them, put them. So the deception is, I have to put you in slavery for you to understand.
Yes. So like him a reverse the thing same way. So him have to-
Yeah, cause remember, you know, brother. All right, if you can understand something without being forced to understand, but the spirit in you doesn't want to understand, and then I have to force you by putting you in captivity for you to understand. Is that not a form of deception? Because that means, you know, even when you understand a true force, you know, it's because of force.
force, man. Everything a pressure.
That is it, pressure. I have to put you in the pressure cooker because you don't want to do it on your own. You don't want to just do what I say, so I have to force you to do what I
It's
say.
for a good cause, and it's for a good cause, and because you don't understand the cause.
You know,
Then
the
you-
thing was that Chinook say one evil and one righteous.
Yeah, but the righteous one has to do evil to the evil to get rid of the evil, so that righteousness can reign. Because evil means death. Evil
That's
means
why
death.
That's why in natural, you realize the negative and positive work together to create light.
They have to work together. There's not one without the other. This matrix is not created any other way.
Yeah, everything is about that duality.
Yes, it has to be that way, but that's what I'm saying to people. I said this, I don't know how long you've been on the live, my brother, but I said earlier on that Christians always say, right, that we're going to get a new body. You know why they never say, alright, you realize even when they say rapture up, they always have to come and say new body behind that. Make them never say that, no? Because they know for a fact that they cannot leave this earth with this body. This body is not made to leave this earth. This body is not made to me. It's a transferal of spirit, brother. That's what we're doing. We're transferring spirits. That's how the baby comes.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. So, alright, may I say something to you, bro? And if you have a friend like that as an elder, 'cause you know him is an elder now like you, so that means him probably, you know, go through it. So if you have a friend, my brother, who what them call what you call him, Tash? Panic shop. Yeah. Gelding, right? If you have a friend which is a gelding, my fam, right? You have to understand it's either him do have something wrong with him, or it is the fact that he's not with the right woman. You have enough man, my friend, and you know this as well as a big man. You're older than me, so you have more experience on the earth. Even if I just 10 or 15 years or 20, you have more. So watch this. And many men have gone out, my brother, to the point where the man has not even believes it's their children. They don't even believe it, right? Because they've been trying all of their lives and never get a child. And all of a sudden they meet a one catty in the future when they're in their 30s, when they're in their 50s or so, you know, and condom bust and baby born, and them even go do a DNA test because they must say, I'm gonna get no children all of my life. This girl must give me a jacket, and it's not a jacket. It's because the spirit, the spirit, one spirit also, and probably is the one child he gets. Some of them even get more children after that. Some men get their children in their 50s. You see him get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just a drop so back of that. You see me?
Then look at Mary, Abraham and Sarah.
We
That
not
she
even
could have
want to go to them. We want to talk about what we see now.
reality now.
It still happen. It still happen.
It's
You
still
get what I'm
a-
saying? It still happen. Just like how some women never have them pitney until they're in their 40s. She try all of her life. She even stopped trying, and the right man come, boom. The spirit was supposed to come through her. She was the vessel that was fit enough for the spirit. Whether she cheat on her man and bring the baby, or whether it's her physical man that she didn't cheat and give her that child. You see me? When you have a child, you know, it's not nothing to do with you. Yeah, you are the vessel. That means you become a part of alright, your destiny is intertwined with many destinies, but it's still your destiny, right? So say your destiny is to have intercourse with a woman, right? So that me, your son, because say me, your son, right? Me, your son can be born. My destiny is intertwined by the fact that I come through your portal as the testicle and mommy's portal as the womb. You see
We're
me?
just like conductors, like we're just conductors.
That is
Just
it.
conductors.
But then my destiny separates from you and once I leave home, I entangle with other lives. And especially if you pass away, mommy pass away, right? My destiny is now entangled with other lives because you're no longer here to entangle with my destiny as my mother and my father. You get what I say, my brother? So that means that when it comes onto the portal, right? The portal, even though the portal is also important, it has nothing to do with what we're carrying here. Once you're talking about yourself, the portal has nothing to do with what you're carrying here. Yourself is yourself, and what you're carrying here is itself. That's what it is. The matrix, and there's nothing that is made outside of this matrix that can do what? come inside of this matrix, but the things that created it. The only thing that can come inside of this matrix, my brother, this earth, this planet, bro. Just think about this. I use movie style. The only spaceship alien that can come here, the only alien that can come to earth is the ones who created earth. There is no alien that can ever come to this planet if he didn't create this planet.
That means a man then, a man that ain't God. The one God will create all of this himself.
No, that's what I'm saying, brother. The people who created this planet knows the code that is in the human genome, right? For this planet, right? They know the code. They know the code. Why you think a Nephilim, right? Why you think for a all right? Why you think there's not female angels? Why they never find one out of all of you, even though all of them are down here and the rest of them are in heaven? Why never find one, even for all are down? Something. All are down and say breeder. Right? Why they never find one, brother, and make angelic babies? Why on this plane the fallen ones have to have intercourse with the women? Because on this plane, if you want children, your children have to have the codes of the human. And also you. So you the one bringing the soul, bringing the spirit, bringing the demon, right? Bringing the energy, right? You're the one who is the conductor, as you said, to bring forth this energy. So the energy comes through you. But it's not you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're part of it, you know, but it's not you in personality wise, you know.
Brother, it be like you have two sons. Me a one and you have a next one, brother. I'm a batty man. It means like you, my father. We no fuck no man. Are your energy that?
No.
Because me have son, you know. Him and my brother, you know.
In the spirit, yes.
You understand what I say, brother? We are brother in the spirit, but not in the flesh. Because remember, meditate upon it, brother. Remember, you know, the spirit, you know, is the thought, you know, we're not the flesh, we're the spirit. So if you, my father, have the thought, say, yo, God is right and homosexuality of man having sex with man is wrong, and I have a next son. The Bible said, yo, read that for him, man. I don't know if you're busy, but read that for him. In Ezekiel, it said the father does not get the sin of the son, and the son, neither does the son get the sin of the father.
Yeah, man. It says something. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Martin, read it same way for your life, same way still. See? So with that being said, right? So even though the same Bible come back and saying your son is a representation of you, you know, on the earth, you know. So it's saying, right, your spirit is cleansed, right? You have a clean spirit. You teach your son's spirit to be clean as well. His flesh will naturally, if his spirit is stronger than his flesh, follow after his spirit. So his flesh will follow after his spirit. So if his spirit is righteous, his flesh will be righteous. Because your spirit, right, your flesh will enact what your spirit tells it to do. So if your spirit said do good things, your flesh will do good things. Right? So this is how now you know, right? Especially if your son look like you, or your daughter looks like her mother, and you mother and you father and mother doing righteous things, and you pass away, mommy pass away, and I have a sister, and she's doing what mommy did in righteousness, and I'm doing what you did. They'll be like, yo.
You're still there, Chenak.
Yeah, man, I'm still there. Gone.
Say, I so much thing goes up.
You hear me I say, fam?
Yes, man.
You cut out a while ago, bro.
You got to go ahead.
Yeah, man, I saw them go on, man. They take it up.
Yeah, man, you're too powerful, man. Anyways, you see, same thing we are saying. You say Bob Marley tell him, say, them are go tired, please see me, please. Yeah, get me out of the. And look at all his sons and grandsons. All of them sound like him, look like him, and have a part of his. Because them follow.
He manifested it. Yo, you know, say, yo, I say something right now. What if I said that maybe a song can actually help you to actually manifest something in real life?
Because no man.
Yo, brother, I sing about 3 wives before me get me 3 wives, and I'm going 4, you know.
Yo, for David sing and everything, man.
Brother, I sing about almost everything I have right now. I sing about it first, you know, fam.
The Psalms are singing, you know. You see Psalms, then when you say read it.
Yeah, giving praises, man. Giving praises.
Yeah.
Even if you're talking, fam, talk it in joy, because once you have a joyful thought, it's a song. So you could be talking, you don't have to be singing in melody. You could just be talking, but talk to the Most High as you're actually singing to him.
Talk with joy, you know, like haha. Make a joyful noise until the come before it's present with singing. And into its
Joyful
mouth, that means
noise,
say,
fam.
yeah.
Yo, that means you could actually just scream out like myself. Yahweh! I'm singing to him.
No nice, man, but it's joyful.
Yeah, man, fam. Sometimes I just ball out it, man.
That is it.
It's nice,
People think I'm mad. People think
It's a
this man is
joyful
mad.
time.
But now I'm living in the wilderness. I don't know. I live around righteous. We have wives, so them not think I'm mad. Or when I was living by myself, neighbors them thought I was a madman. But I was singing unto the Most High. They didn't know.
That is
Because they
it.
thought the
brother.
singing was be Jesus loved me, this I know. Hallelujah, love me so. They thought that was the singing. They don't know me just saying Yahweh and bawling it out is me singing to the Lord. Me singing to the Father.
Even we just playing some BBC and some.
All you have to do is give praises and give thanks, fam. I have to say thank you, Father. You're singing.
Then you know, people,
It says make a joyful noise. It never told you directly.
a
what to
joyful
say.
sound. You know, but say make a joyful sound or joyful melody. He say nice. That means the boy no matter how he pan a knock, once it's joyful.
All right, that means that you don't even have to say a damn word. Yo, fam, you ever hear, yo, you remember when you remember when you used to go to dance? Cause I don't go to dance anymore, and I expect none of you to be going to dance too. But if you're still going to dance, right? You know when the big song come on and you find the zinc fence, boom, 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 and if you have no zinc fence, you know, yeah, joyful noise, make sound. Make sound. You see when you're joyful, you start make those sounds for the music. Yeah, for the fucky song. Tell the girl to skin out her pussy on the block. Yeah, do it for God, no? Do it for God. Do it for the Most High.
And if Most High say, you know what you have need of even before you ask him, you know.
Thank you. He knows what you need even before you ask him. It's already set down for you.
No, but at this end of the day, you know, when God is for you, you know, he say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Not want.
If you want, he's not your shepherd.
He's not your shepherd.
Yes, if you find yourself in want, that means the Lord is not your shepherd. Because when he's your shepherd, you never want. And he said, not one of my sheep shall stand by the wayside.
Not
Beg.
one.
You understand? So, if you have to beg for bread, round the place, you know the scripture they go.
Fam, yo, let me show you say God there with you now. You will be at your last dollar. Probably don't have none. But food in your fridge, and by the time there's no food in your fridge, dollar come back in your pocket.
Fuck that,
It is what it is, fam. So you might think that you need to be constantly saving, but who told you that? The Bible says save for a rainy day. But you say save money?
You can save of the spirit, you can save of the righteousness, you can save of in positiveness.
Fam, you know what happens in the rain, right? What happens in the rain? You go inside. So if you save for a rainy day, which is a day when you go inside, does not mean that you don't spend money.
Please save, you know, you have to save something. Save the money if you buy the food or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Even when you think about the money, right? It's to buy something. Food for the rainy day when you can't go out and you can't work and you lose your job. You have a little bit of change so you can eat some food later. It's for the food, fam. The rainy day means food. It always meant that. It never meant nothing else. It never meant save money for a rainy day, for an emergency. You broke your foot. No.
What food you mean, man?
Have the food, man.
Have food.
That's why I said give us this day our daily bread. They have to eat the bread daily. Although sometimes the bread can be knowledge, but Mrs. it means literal bread too.
Literal bread right there. Literal bread.
Hey, you ready for that one, fam?
Read, no?
Alright, so this is Ezekiel chapter 18, starting at verse 18. As for his father, because he cruelly oppressed, spoiled his brother by violence, and did that which is not good among his people, lo, even he shall die in his iniquity. 19. Yet say you, why? Doth not the son bear the iniquity of the father? when the Son hath done that which is lawful and right, and hath kept all my statutes, and hath done them, he shall surely live. Verse 20, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. This.
That's why Solomon died. If Solomon never did what he did when he was alive, the kingdom of heaven would have already come. But he wasn't putting him to do the right thing. He was putting him to have a bag of gal while being the most wisest man ever. You see what I'm saying? It says the soul that has not sinned, right? The soul that has sinned shall surely die. And the one that don't sin shall see the kingdom of heaven. See that? Yahweh came and didn't sin. The man that they called Jesus come and didn't sin. He still had wives. He just never sinned. The soul that sinned shall surely die.
You know, that's why he was crucified.
And fam, many people don't understand that because they think, fam, what is? Did he say the flesh that sinned shall surely die?
Soul.
Surely, you see? Christ did surely die, but he died.
No, but that's not the point. Did he say the flesh that sinned shall surely die?
Yeah.
No. He didn't. He said the soul. That shows you that in the flesh, if your soul, which is supposed to lead your flesh, if your flesh continues to do wicked things, that means the soul and the spirit is weak. That means that the spirit and the soul, they're always one, even when they're apart. Your spirit says no, but yet you still allow the flesh to do it. And that means that the spirit acknowledges the flesh to do the wrong. That's why the spirit is going to the lake of fire, not the flesh.
And the soul is going to the lake of fire.
Which carries the spirit. The soul carries the spirit, which is going to the lake of fire.
But it's that the spirit goes back to God, no?
So where is the lake of fire? Is that not where God owns? So doesn't God own the lake of fire?
Yeah, I own everything.
Alright, so if the spirit goes back to God, where do you go when you're of God but you're evil? Where you go?
You go to the lake of fire when you set and make the put
And
on.
God own this, so don't my brother.
Yeah,
See it then.
yeah.
Right, so. You see me? So the spirit of God will definitely go back to God. The spirit of God, which is God, every spirit is of God, evil or good.
But him judge all spirit. You understand him? Him is able to get rid of both spirit, soul and body.
That is it. Be not read that, my brother. Be not fearful of who can unalive the body, but who can unalive the spirit.
Alright. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Yeah.
But yeah, oh, yeah, fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, take a trip to the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and 28. So this is Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul,
Unalive,
but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
So that's what you say. The body itself is not what you should be fearful of. It's the soul going away.
Remember, you know, when the Almighty create man, he breathed the breath of life, which is the spirit, in the man, and he become a living soul. The breath of life is spirit in the nostril of the man, and he became a living soul, not a living body. You understand? He become a living soul. So we know that the spirit is the source of the soul, and the soul is the source of the flesh. Like a trinity. Like one person.
Yeah, but we never done
Really?
that one, my brother.
Hmm?
Ezekiel 18 and 20.
Yeah,
I
finish it
just
up.
top. Yeah, it said, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. Verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed, and keep my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die. All
That's why
his trans-
Mashiach Yahweh got his new body, because he didn't die. He
Follow the
went over to the
command.
next. He went over to the next onto the next step.
Yeah, man. And just elevate, you know. You got higher class. You got upper class there.
Go ahead, brother.
Khan, all his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him.
That is it right there. It said the soul of the Most High sinneth not, right? But then the Most High says this same person had sins. So he's saying, if your soul, right, is righteous, and you change and repent before the Most High comes back, is because he put it in you to change. So that means what you were doing in the past was following your flesh, following demons, following whispers in the ear of evil, and you were enacting it, but your soul directly didn't want to do it. So when your soul finally got power and stopped doing it, this is the true son of God, this is the true daughter of God. This is how now he's able to forgive you for that sin and wipe them as white as scarlet. Because it wasn't the soul that was sinning, it was the flesh that was sinning, and the soul gave it charge to lead. And you were used as an example for other people that sinners can change. God made you a sinner and then made you change from being a sinner to show sinners that they can be sinners and change from being sinners also.
Khan.
So that means that you never actually sin.
And that's why he said in one of the books, he said, blessed is the man in whom the Lord imputed no sin. I don't remember the book that was in. You understand?
Blessed is that man.
That man in whom the Lord impute no sin.
Go ahead, man.
Khan. Alright, so we're in Ezekiel chapter 18 and 22. All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he hath done, he shall live. So 23. Have I any pleasure at all?
No, wait, no, wait, you skip over that, bro.
Eh?
It is righteousness that he has done, that's how you live. In the righteousness that you have done, that's how you live. That's how you get eternal life. In the unrighteousness of how you live, that's how you go to the lake of fire.
So that means that everybody will do unrighteousness face the lake of fire.
If they not change.
If they're not changed. I remember only God alone can make a change, because he has to do what? Come for you.
Well, that's why I said, how the more changes, then I know. Unless you're going to report, but then no changes unless somebody come and change them.
But watch this, brother. How many of them already know, they just don't know the name Yahweh Shai? There is 1 and 2 Christians, because not every Christian is going to the lake of fire. Just 99%. There's still 1% left. You get me?
But I swear that there was 99 already in the fold, and the only 1% was to be delivered onto the fold. So, you never know, say the 1% that was found and the 99 was actually astray.
The 99 that are found are the stray cats. They're lost, they're not found. They're found inside of a building. Right? So that 99 are the lost ones. The 1% that is around the 99 to make it 100 is the 1% of Christians that will, they think like me and you, even though if they don't think like me and you, they will listen to a man like me, and I will say everything about Christianity, and they will never write a comment and say, "Mash, leave Christians alone," because they see the bigger picture. You understand? But there's only 1% of Christians that do this. There's not a lot of Christians that do this. Just like Muslims, same thing. There's only 1% of Muslims that will survive. 1% of Buddhists, 1%, just 1%.
But if you check in the reality of the world, they are only the 1%ers are the one that control the world. They are the one that is in heaven, living the good life, the 1%ers. So the 99 other way down here are ball out for justice.
Brother,
You know,
Hell.
brother,
you know-
you say 99% of the earth are battled for justice. If you saw that, my brother, wouldn't we fight for it?
You know, that's what I go on. It's not a physical battle, you know, it's just spiritual.
So who you seeing fighting spiritually? Who? No, we alone. No, a small remnant away.
Yes, that's what at the end of the day, it's the same way end up to be a little.
That means the people don't know that they're possessed. Like how my teacher a while ago said we're possessed. Do you accept that you're possessed?
Yes, we are possessed. I'm possessed by the Most High.
By the Most High, right?
I'm his possession.
That is it.
right.
And if he possesses you, that means that you're also possessed like when them say take over. That means they don't have no choice. That means if God sends down the road every day that they get up, God is the one that's telling you everything to do.
Then if he authors and finish the book, then what you expect? Everything he author and finish, author go right, and your part in it as a star boy. That the part of the star, everybody have played the star. In my father's kingdom, there's many mansions, stars, you know. Whether it be celestial mansions or astrological, yes, man will get him own divine blessing, you know.
That is it. In a real life, man, you don't say nothing wrong. You don't say nothing wrong, you know, fam.
Come on, no.
What we're seeking is divine powers. That's what we're seeking. So nobody can say, oh, even God himself tell you, oh, what you're going to get is divine powers. Divine enlightenment.
The divine power is the ability to see the truth of everything, how it is. Just like a man can just look on something.
That's not the divine powers, my brother. That's the first divine power that balances all. So you see, if you don't have the one where you just speak about a while ago, you can't go no further.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, where you just say a while ago, you just say, yo, something good you say, you know. The only thing I take out of the word powers, I take put the word power. The divine power. That's the only thing that changed now what you say. The divine power is to be able to see everything as it is. Now, if you're able to see everything as it is, guess what funny? When something come as it is, you'll be able to do what? Analyze it and not try to go around it, but you'll take it as it is and learn from it. You'll see, instead of you saying to yourself, let me try and dissect it to mash it up, you'll try and dissect it to learn from it.
That's why they say the Christ, when he come, you will accept him for who he is, you know?
Didn't say that. Why you say that?
No, you know, when I look at this, boys, we shall not be what many expect. We shall accept him as who he is. That's the Christ with the Messiah. When
Which
he
verse
comes,
that, brother? Which verse that? The Bible verse that?
I think, yeah.
Because him say when him come back, no man shall accept him. You have a verse like that.
Ask them, yeah, they will tell you. Sometimes, you know when I book, but you know, I have a book.
Probably I mix up the verse them, no, brother. Because you said them wouldn't accept him.
You will see him as who he is. You see him as who he is, and him, he like
See him, not make more sense. See him. You see him, that make more sense to when me study and to what the Bible would have said. You would see him as who he is, but see the word accept, remember say it's the whole world, you know. Brother, read that theme. The Most High rain fire upon. Read that theme, Revelation 20.
Come on.
Most High rain on fire from the heavens.
Alright, so this is Revelation 20 and verse. May I start at 8? I may I start from 7 real quick. And when the 1,000 years.
We just want the
Ah, you want the kicker?
yeah.
So this is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about and the beloved city. When fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them.
And family, this was a people of the sand of the sea on the four corners of the earth. You see me, my brother? All the people that know?
Holy people, man.
And man, the reason why I'm saying you never read right, this is true. We know so the brother read that. Read it already.
Yeah.
Ella read it already. So we just remind him, we just want to give him a kicker verse, you know? And everybody has to get the whole verse. Some people are reader out here.
Yeah, man.
Did you them read out? Them a reader? You can just give them the kicker and them say, oh yeah, true.
Yeah, resurrect everything inside, man.
Calm.
Yeah, man. In a real life.
You know, we can touch two more in Ezekiel 18, you know, bro.
Yeah, man, go on, no?
Alright, so we have verse 23. This is Ezekiel chapter 18 and 23. So, have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die, saith the Lord Yahweh, and not that he should return from his ways and live? 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned. In his trespass that he hath trespassed, and in his sin that he hath sinned, in them shall he die.
Hear that, fam? All the good deeds that you did is going to the garbage. That's why the Bible says that when you keep on sinning, say you were doing great for 2-3 years, you're not doing that. Say you was a fornicator, right? You as a woman always call back on your exes, have sex with them. You as a man did the same, or you went to a whore house to buy a prostitute, and you stop doing these things for 5 years, right? And you start doing it again. You put Christ, Yeshua, right back on the cross. And for the 5 years of righteousness that you had, it will not be mentioned in the heavens. It will not be mentioned in the end time to say, oh, look at these 5 years of righteousness to give him mercy, to give her mercy. It's your deeds that will make you get mercy. Your deeds. But if every time when you start off doing the deeds, you mess it up a year later, the Bible tells you, after 1 year of doing a law, that is what is the marker. 1 year of no lawlessness. Lawlessness means you just leave your mind wild. Anything happens, it happens. So for 1 year you keep your beard. For 1 year you don't eat no pork. For 1 year you don't eat no shrimp. That is like the base marker. After that 1 year, if you mess up, the whole year goes to garbage. If you did 5 years, the 5 year goes to garbage. If you did 20 years and you eat pork after 20 years, it goes to garbage. So when God comes and opens up the books, You can't look at God and say, God, I was not eating for 20 years. I only messed up once. No. 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 If you could go 20 years, why did you mess up once? And when you said you only messed up once, did you really mess up once?
Master, me wonder.
Sin always comes with other sins. So you eat piece of pork, then you eat piece of bread.
Me want to back you up
You
real
go on
quick in the
holiday
farm.
and you have to, and you need to brush your teeth, so you use the toothpaste with the pork in it. From the hotel room. It's like once in a while, they just start piling up pork on pork on pork. See that? Go ahead, brother.
Khan. So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, starting at 1. May I read a few verses? So it says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright.
No, read that part there.
One.
Show me that. Read that part there again.
Alright. So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and 1. So my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Tell me which one of them pastor boys say fat pussy girl want them. Which one of them pastor boys a fat pussy girl walk up to? I'm not talking about the ones who they know look at the girl them will try to make money. A prostitute would not naturally walk up to a pastor knowing that he's a pastor. Only one that is gonna overdo it and one that don't care. But the women of the street, when they hear that you're a pastor, you're a man of God, right? For you to see them still trying to get you is because they notice that you're a real man of God. The pastor is not a real man of God. That's why you don't have no bag of girl running him down. What you see running him down is the same demon girl like himself in the church. That's why you see chasing him down, the demon girl in the church. You don't see nobody outside of the church chasing that man down. Nobody. Nobody. Read.
Khan. I just don't know when I real fast, man. I want to bad. So verse 2.
Good man.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste.
Sorry, the Bible knows that once you're in the world, you won't be in the church. You won't be in a building. But you'll still be obeying the world and the church of God. Church of God and the world of man. Because you're in the church of God, which is the mind, you'd separate, so you'd be in the world but not of the world, right?
Just like being on TikTok here, we in a church in the reasoning. That church is a gathering. But we in the world of the whole TikTok thing, but we're happy.
Where two or three are gathered in my name, I am in the midst thereof.
That's the church. That's the church, yeah.
Khan.
Go ahead, brother.
Khan. So we're at verse 2, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and 2. So it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
It says constantly try to endure and make not haste in times of trouble. Rascla. So my question, if the roof is falling down, you're not going to hastily try to run out?
Of course, I'm wrong with you.
But what if I told you that you should have seen that it was falling down before it fell down?
True.
And you should have walked out of the house very slowly. And then now a month later, wait, no. And then now a month later, just think about it like years later. You see the house drop down one day, come back and see the house drop and say, shit, years later. You should have been years ahead of that house falling down. Years. Read it again.
Khan. So verse 2 again. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
And that don't make no sense unless it does. And it's a parable for us to get.
It is, that's yeah.
And guess what? Rasta's first comment when he came in is the answer. God's children don't worry, even when we go through shit. God's children don't starve, they don't beg bread. So that means that there should, in time of trouble, you should have already seen the trouble coming because your father would have already shown you a long time.
I feel you and protect you, yeah.
Bro, one more time we have dreams, bro, and see shit happen. Come on now. Visions and we see that shit happen, and we know
Get
somebody.
warning.
One more time you just get up and you just feel bad and you know that something bad is gonna happen today and it did.
Sometimes you can see it in the sky too, and it's surrounding around you, there's everything that's going on.
You get what I'm saying? The Most High gives us warnings all over. We know. It's just that he's not a person directly telling us is that we can't connect the dots, but we need to connect the dots.
Yeah, because everything around us affects us. We are nature, so you can connect with nature and be in tuned with it, then you can, it answers for you. You cry, rain falls. You draw the sun shine bright and you have a bright blue day. Blue skies, So, yeah.
Funny thing, it's only one man alone will be able to do that. Or two man.
It's a collective, man, because one man can.
No, it's not a collective. It's a collective in the heavens, but not on the earth.
But what as above, so below, no?
Very
Yeah, but
few
so
men
there's
on the
only
earth.
two men on the earth that was below. That the collective above gave that power to.
Joshua stop his son.
All right, no. If Joshua stop his son, no, that means his son will go on the earth, then on the earth will go on the earth.
No, I'm talking about all of the power. Not just to stop his son now, I'm talking about to stop his son to make the water turn blood, make fire come out of the sky, all these things at once. A two man alone can do them something there. God will give us peace, the power. Each of us to show that we are all connected. But he made two man show us the whole power. Right? That means that you have all of the power.
And I got
It'll be like this is Superman school, right? And when you walk in, you're walking with no power. Lesson 1 teaches you, even though you don't have no power, lesson 1, once we bring you into this specific room, it teaches you how to fly. Even though you can't fly, once you go into that room, you'll be able to fly. Right? Lesson 2 teaches you to run the fastest like Flash. You're the fastest man ever. Right? Lesson 3 shows you how to shoot fireball out of your hand. You see, if I don't bring you to lesson 3 and you don't know how to shoot it, you won't know how to do it.
Sure.
You'll never know. If I don't bring you to lesson 4, remember, say I brought you to lesson 3, fire out of your hand. There's a lesson 4 too, I'm not even going to tell you. So that means I'm hiding lesson 4 from you, it's not for you.
well,
You know what I'm saying, fam?
the order you set it into, then it seemed like this is the order God said the angels, like archangels, angels, seraphim, cherubim.
That is the point. There's lessons that cannot be taught to us because if we had those lessons, right, brother, we would be able to manipulate the fucking weather. See, all right, man, I'll show you something. You see, when you see the people make movie about the ancestors used to make people make rainfall, no, they didn't, brother. These ancestors, just think about it. They always was on top of a pyramid. And what was on top of the pyramid? A conductor.
Some generator.
They found a way to manipulate the sky.
Nature.
It's like how they're using cloud seeds right now. That's not the only way to make rainfall.
Nothing new under the sun, man.
Nothing. If you see everything that we have now, we had before, even more.
Thank you. So when you see them kill 1,000 people, it's because a demon gave them the technology to manipulate the sky and make rain fall.
Yes,
And a demon requires 1,000 rolling heads. And it has to be worshippers.
Remember, the book said the evil one is the control of the ear, earwig. The God of the ear.
The God of the ear, brother. Listen what you just said to me,
The communication.
The evil one is the God of the ear. Who will give the breath of life?
The breath of life come from the Almighty.
You sure?
Yeah, man.
Who is the God of ear again? Please tell me.
No, the God of ear. When I say of this world, we should have put that in it. The of this world.
Brother, who are the
That's it.
principalities of the air of this world? And because this world I get the breath in us. So may I ask you a question again. Who is the principality of the air of this world?
When they say Lucifer or Satan.
Okay, because the Bible said the air in this world is filled with demons.
Mm-hmm.
So who gave you the breath of life?
Remember, the life come from the Most High.
Incorrect.
Yeah. It come from Satan.
Question. If you was a celestial and you come out of, see, the breath of life is from God to humans. To you,
Yeah.
is death. You breathe in the breath of death, my brother. If you're a celestial coming from the heaven, you do something wrong and God send you down in a prison in a human flesh.
Yes, you are breathe dead.
Before you come out of your mother womb, you weren't breathing. That means you were still in the celestial form, even though your body was a human body in your mother human body.
Mm-hmm.
In your mother human womb, right? You said this earlier on that you didn't have the breath of life while you was in your mother's womb. And we know this. I teach this all the time. So, that means you have to die from your celestial way to become a human.
Not true.
But you have to die by taking in the breath of human life.
Yes. Yeah, you have to die. The born back in the matrix.
Yeah. The breath of death is the breath of life for humans. It is. That's why in the human flesh, it is still called the breath of life for you. Because God could have tell us a breath of death for you, but He never do that. He tell us it's the breath of life. But question, which angel have the breath of life in him?
The word, the one that carry the word.
So Jesus Christ breathe? And breathe?
You know? Well, if I'm a breath, then I'm have to breathe it. No? I'm have to blow it.
Again, right? He says he says He blew the breath of life into you. That don't mean that it came out of His lungs.
Yeah, not true.
Because carbon dioxide can't help nobody.
Yeah, you're poison that now. That's why they're in a COVID time, them tell you to cover your nose and your mouth and breathe back the same carbon dioxide that you have breathed out.
That doesn't make no sense. That make you dizzy.
You know that make mess up with people, them, man. They know it's science.
Khan, it's the science of backwardness. Anything that somebody says do, you do the opposite. That's what Satan is doing. So if you were living, because brother, all gods are dead, you know that, right?
Yeah, probably.
If you don't know, you can't just say you don't know, you know. If you don't know, me explain it to you, you know.
Yeah, man, that's a good man.
Alright, so all gods are dead. But because we have a celestial power in us, which is the light, anything with the light has to be living. There's different parts of the light. The humans are given a part. This is how their human life is prolonged. The gods are given a part of that light. This is how their life is prolonged. How do we know this? Because Satan is an angel of light. But at the same time, he doesn't have enough light to do certain things. And the ones who still have their light can still do certain things. It's the light. It's the light. The light is the power.
And not him real light, you know, because he can go around like an angel.
No,
Light.
it is light. It is real light. So the stars in the sky, when you see that real light up, it's not real light that. Because stars are angels, you know. So when you see the real star in the sky, the real bright light up, so the many.
So if he said one of them can come down, if he say one star can actually move itself and come down from earth and you can see it like say, I want angel that, you know.
Brother, stars do it all the time. Falling stars are fallen angels.
So whenever you look at a star out in the sky, you look past some angel out far away.
Revelation 1 and 20. The 7 stars in my right hand are the 7 angels. Revelation 12 verses 4. The dragon took a third of the stars with him to the earth. Revelation 12 verses 9. The dragon, who is Satan, the devil, who is the old serpent, Lucifer, took a third of the angels to the earth. Stars, angels. Same chapter. 4 says stars, and 9 say angels.
An angel is, it mean messenger.
Yeah, star.
Yeah, the star. That's why when the wise man saw a star in the east, it was a message.
The angel that guide him.
Yeah.
It's an angel that guide him.
Yeah.
For the bad man, then guide. Yeah. So yeah, my brother, it just takes study, my brother, and some time and effort. You get me? You put a whole heap of time, so you know this, brother. Enough things you know, enough things you learn already. You see
Yeah,
me?
man.
I have
I'm
to
still
put
a
more
learn.
time and learn more.
Still a
Simple.
learning.
All of we, my brother, all of we.
And if he say him the creator of everything, still a learning of him who himself.
Which
I
one?
know
Which
I
one?
think-
Which one? Which one?
Yeah?
The father? The father?
You might learning of himself in a film God.
Where's it? The
I know
father
I
or the
think-
son?
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Where the father knows all things, that means everything where you learn come from him. That means he's not learning nothing new.
There's nothing
Everything where
else.
the father know, you know. That means
Yes,
everything
but
where you learn come from him. Cause it's not like, alright, it's not like there's an outside source, you know. He is the source.
Yeah.
but that him have to learn it first before you can get it.
No,
That
I'm
means
not
say
learn him, brother. I'm not learn him, learn it.
No call,
Is it.
no call it learns. Observe it then. Him observe because in everything.
No, him not observe it, brother. Him not observe it. Him not observe it because to observe it, right? Remember, you know, what you do, brother. Alright, when you make a table, say you made a table, right? And then you just look. What would you do? You would look at the table and observe your great work, right? After you finish,
No.
right? Before you made that
No.
table, did you not make it in your mind and observe how great it would be?
Then that's where you start
Listen
finding.
to what me I say, but listen to what me I say now is a point me I try to make. So watch out now. If you observe it in your mind before you created it, you observed its creation and its finished before it was finished and fully created. That means that it was already there. That means it's not that you created it outside of your mind that made it to be created. All creation starts from the mind. All.
And the earth was without form and what?
Void.
And what does that form and void mean?
The void is basically the emptiness that is a space that something
Yes.
can be created through, which is the spirit itself coming through the void, the portal.
And the material is in it though to get
No,
that.
there is no material in there.
Yeah, because the earth was and the Lord God Almighty move upon the waters and form the earth out of chaos.
No, my brother. God
Order.
moved upon the waters and went down into the midst of the waters, and there was light. That light, my brother, right, was the light particle and the dark particle. This is how the dust was created, or the dirt was created, right? That is creation. Everything is come from dirt, even the firmament, right?
So that means that God have an idea to use these dust and farm it into something. That means
No. The God what we're talking about is not the Father. The God that we're talking about right there is the Son. That was them creating this earth. They got given the formula from the Father. The Father doesn't have to think anything because He is everything. He is the thought, my brother. You know, understand? The
There's
thought
nothing
is that
before
he-
the Father.
It's not like
So-
how me I think now before we talk, you know, right? He is the thought itself. Alright, so is that how we that say we is the thought? We're not actually the thought until the thought is manifest. But the Father, without even manifestation, is the thought. Because every thought that we have is Him, from Him, by Him, through Him.
Yes. So therefore, me say each day the Almighty have a new thought in His
No,
own
He
head.
doesn't. No, He doesn't, because there's nothing new.
So the when say create a new
Brother,
heaven
when the
and a
Bible
new
said
earth.
there's nothing new, yeah, everything. If there's nothing new under the sun, it wasn't talking about this sun on the earth. It was saying every sun throughout the universe, on every dome, on every planet, yeah. That's what he was saying. So that means that God, right? So say God have 10,000 thoughts. You can understand it that way. Watch this. Watch this. So say God have 10,000 thoughts, my general. 10,000, right? 10,000 thoughts, like thoughts I put on. So one thought is car get built, and the car get built in many different ways. That's just one thought, you know. Even though many ways the car get built, that's one thought. That's one thought, that, right? So he has one thought about a car and to expand, but it's still one thought. So he have what? 9,999 thoughts left to push out, right? When the Father finish pushing out all these thoughts, brother, there is no more that He will give us. You understand?
So it's gonna finish the whole when you already sent out first.
Down there, so the 10,000 thoughts, they say to stop. It's not that Him can't think no more, you know. That is just what is made for us.
So we slow. We are slow before that thing.
I not even know the Father cannot slow up because He's the one who made it. All right, watch out. So set throughout the universe, right? Say one.
We are
So
slow
wait,
feeding
wait,
up.
wait, no. Say one planet, right? He gave 10,000 thoughts, but say in all, the Father have a billion thoughts. You see, the billion thoughts is still compacted in this matrix, meaning that He has a billion thoughts for this matrix, and there will not be a billion and one. But until we get to the billion thought, and remember each thought. All right, so watch this. Somebody would think that when God gave us the thought of a car, and you build an upgrade of a car, that's a next thought. It's not. You're upgrading the same thought. So that means that God is so smart and so wise that He made these thoughts, and He made them all be able to be upgraded throughout time and history. You hear me say? So it seems like there's a trillion thoughts instead of a billion thoughts. But let's just say there's actually just a billion. But because each thought can be upgraded, right? It's still the same thought, but it can be upgraded. Now it's like a billion thoughts or a gazillion thoughts. You get me? But where we will never pass the billion thoughts, what we will do is always upgrade the trillion thoughts or the million thoughts. We will always upgrade what was below. We will never ever find nothing new. It will seem new because it's an upgrade, but it's the same thought being upgraded over and over and over and over. And He made so many upgrades for that thought that it can expand. Say if you even got 7,000 years of life, it can expand past that. That means that you'd have to live and die and come back again to see more thoughts and more expansions of that thought. Do you understand?
So let me say, mankind will never come to the level where spaceship is possible. Those ships.
Never, because they're not going to space. What they will have is flying vehicles. Mankind, humans, bodies cannot leave the dome.
That may mean.
Yeah, man, them can't leave the dome, G. They were not created for that. So mankind will never, ever make something called a spaceship. That means to go out in space, because they cannot leave the dome, number one. And even when God comes back, the many mansions was not promised to humans. It was promised to the children of Israel, the Negroes, the demigods. This is because they were the ones who created it. Because it's not that you own the mansion to live on and act like a king and get this thing and no. It's literally to rule over these domains that you created. Let's call them beasts, animals. Right? It's like how we the humans, right, or we the demigods in human flesh are called beasts according to the Bible as well. Right? So throughout the universe we made beasts, right? And we have to tend to them. It's like a zoo. This is a zoo. It's a zoo. But the zoo is so big that the animals can be so free. All you have to do is take away the wicked zoo masters. Let's call that Satan and the demigods and the fallen angels, and that's what they are, the zoo masters. The zoo masters made alright, you're already in a prison, and they made a prison in a prison for the animals.
That's why they use the term zodiac to describe the nature of mankind celestially or astrologically, Zodiac, that's why they use the animals, because we are actually like animals in a zoo.
Funny thing, the person who said Remnant 140K, I'm not my thoughts. You're correct. You are the because all thoughts are of the Most High, so you can't be of the thought. The Bible says, but the thing about it is, once a thought becomes yours, then it is of your body, it is of your flesh, and it is also of your spirit, because it came through it. Let's prove this. The Bible says, the thoughts of a man are of his own, and the Most High writeth his steps. Proverbs 16 verses 9. The thoughts of a man are of his own, so they're yours. The Most High was the one who created it, but He gave it to you, and you did accept the contract. Just like if I gave you a car right now, a Ferrari right now, and you accepted the pink slip, it's now your car. I have nothing to do with it no more. If you see 10 mafia dons come looking for it, you have the pink slip and the key. I have nothing to do with this car anymore. I'm sorry. If I buy a house and I give you the title and give you the key, it is now your house. When IRS and everybody comes down on you, it's now yours. So that means all those problems become yours. So whatever comes with the thought, whether it's righteousness, bringing good things, unrighteousness, bringing bad things, you will get the consequence of the thought. Proverbs 16 verses 1. The thoughts of a man are and the creation of the thoughts of a man and the Adira, come. Get your daughter, cause she roam the road. You get me, friend? So your thoughts, even though your thoughts are not of your own, they become your own as soon as they're given unto you. I know that's kind of rough, I know, but it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is, fam. That's the reason why when a demon whispers in your ear, right? And then you listen to the demon, by talking to yourself through your own thoughts. So you say to yourself, okay, this, all right then. A thought comes in your head about going to a strip club. And then you have a thought about actually going to the strip club itself. So say a thought come into your head and just say, yo, I don't want to go to a strip club. You weren't even thinking about a woman dancing. You weren't even thinking about liquor. You weren't even thinking about anything of the, all you was thinking about is just the thought, like just the, you were thinking about, it was a thought about a thought. That's how you know it wasn't yours. And that's how you know the Most High didn't give it to you. Because if you have a thought about a thought, like for instance, a thought randomly comes in your head, let me go to the strip club. You see, all right, when you say, let me go have lunch, you know what always comes in your head? What the lunch is going to be. See, you actually thought about the lunch. That shows you that that thought came from the Most High. And even though all thoughts are of the Most High, some of them are from the Most High through demons. So this is what I'm talking about when I say, when a demon whispers into your ear, what you will have, right? Oh, let me go to a strip club. Or go to a strip club, or your brain just thought about your strip club pop in your brain, but you're not thinking about the pole, you're not thinking about the girl naked, you're not thinking about any of that. All you just heard in your head is strip club. Yeah. And then now you start thinking about that thought, which is the strip club, and then start thinking about women naked now. Women, you see that means that was given to you. Somebody threw something in, somebody whispered in your ear. Now, how you know when it's from the Most High? When it comes with everything intact. So when, for instance, you say you have a thought about going to have lunch, or you have a thought about food, right? When you have a thought about food, there's a that's got beef. This is how the bag of thought processes start coming in, but your thought was already there. You said you wanted pizza. There was a thought and there was a solution. Once the thought has a solution to it, that's of the Most High. If you have a thought like, let me go to a strip club, or I want to go to a strip club, but you're not sure, like when you said it, you know you'd probably never go back to a damn strip club or ever go to one, but your brain says, let me go to a strip club, and then you start thinking about going to a strip club. That's not of the Most High. You see how easy it is? The Most High gives you a thought and a solution to the answer when it's his thought. And I'm going to prove it to you. How many times did the Most High talk to y'all and y'all didn't understand it, and then you said to the Most High, please let me understand. Please, daddy, please. And then when you finally understood, the answer was already given to you. So say for instance, right, you had a thought about going to the beach, right? And then in going to the beach, you was thinking about, oh, the rain might fall, and then you might get hungry, and you know there's some food places there, and then you might end up eating food which is unclean and all these things, right? And then you're saying to the Most High, Father, should I go to the beach? Because I said all those bad things, right? But should I go to the beach? Right? Because I'm bored, I want to go to the beach. You already just said the damn answer. You see, when you go to the beach, you know exactly what happens? The same shit you said. The rain starts falling, and then when the rain starts falling, you get hungry, and then you go to a restaurant, and the babies are hungry, and you never carried no food, and then you eat from the restaurant, and they was mixing all the spoons. Every single thing you thought you had an answer for it. Okay, Father, if I go up the road, I'm not talking about shit that's gonna come in the future that you don't know about. I'm talking about shit that you know about and ask questions about. You always get the answer in the question. You question the Most High, and the answer is literally in the question that you're asking. The answer is in the question. Sounds weird, doesn't it? But it's in the question. Because you're gonna ask him a question, and you're like, Daddy, should I go? And automatically, you're questioning yourself, I wonder if the rain is gonna fall. That's an answer. That's not a question. See, the question was only, Daddy, should I go to the beach? The answer, which sounded like a damn question because it kept on coming from you, not knowing that it's the Father coming through you, is the rain might fall. You know why you said that? Because the sky is black. The Father already showed you the sky is black. That's the reason why you said, I wonder if the rain's going to fall, Daddy. And then if the rain falls, right? What if the rain doesn't fall, or if it does fall and we get hungry and we go to one of those restaurants and stuff, and then all the spoons are mixed up, you know, the pork and the shrimp and the crab, and we eat clean foods. We don't eat unclean. And then the answer was given unto you, yes, the rain did fall because you saw it, and then after that, you did go to a restaurant because the babies were hungry, and then because they were so hungry, and Mama was hungry, you was hungry, you just said, you know what, just F it, this is one time, let me just buy the food, and you end up doing exactly what you didn't want to do, exactly what you thought about would be the bad thing that would happen. You did it.
Opposite attract, man.
And you literally ask the question, Daddy, should I go to the beach? And you literally say, oh, the rain might fall, my girlfriend might cheat on me, and then she does. You go to the beach and you see her flirting with the next guy. Because you know when she goes to the beach, she cannot control herself. So guess what? At this time when you ask the question, the answer was there. We just choose not to take the answer and some of us don't understand the answer coming from us. Because God speaks through you. It says the kingdom of heaven is within you. So who will he speak to? You.
Mm-hmm.
You ask a question, you got the answer. But you ignore the answer and deny the answer because you have not enough faith to trust the answer. And there is proof out there to balance off the answer, but because you're not studying, you don't have proof. And I'm actually glad you don't try to fight with your fake answer. Because whether your answer is fake or it is true, if you don't have proof to back it up, I won't believe you. You get what I'm saying? I won't believe you. You probably won't even believe yourself. Because how many times did you get the answer, but until you saw proof to confirm it, you didn't know that was the answer? See? How many times did you know something in your head, but until you saw it in a book what your ancestors wrote, you didn't know that, yes, you were correct. And you were just guessing. You guess it. And the guess, you were like, this guess, right. I feel like this is the right thing. And then 5 years later of studying, you find out, 50 books said the same guess, but these books were confirmed the guess. Not to be a guess, but a real thing. Like for instance, say you've always been guessing, right? Because it's a guess until they show us one, right? Even though I see them all the time, which is hermaphrodites and one-eye babies and stuff like that, Nephilim, 6-finger children, 7-finger people, these are all Nephilim, right? I know these are Nephilim. But say, right, we see a real alien person come. And we've already been thinking about that, showing people that, these things exist. Look at the babies that the women are having. These are Nephilim traits, DNA traits that come down, right? And then all of a sudden, now you see a real bullhead man. Big, strong bullhead. You see a cowhead man, a snakehead man, a reptilian. You see a dragon flying in the sky for the first time. You see ships zooping left, right, and center all across the sky, coming out of the sea. All these things that we were all thinking about. That would be you getting a confirmation. When you get the confirmation, it's not like you didn't know, you already knew. It's just that is the confirmation. That is the confirmation. And many of you already know the things, but you see it in a book and you say, oh, confirmation. An ancestor told you, confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a mother, father, grandmother, whoever it may be. Right? You found it through study and through life itself. It's a confirmation. You get confirmed about the things you already know. The Most High lets you know the thing first so that he can confirm it after. If he didn't let you know, then what would he be confirming?
It's like faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen.
Thank you. Things hoped for. So you're hoping for the fact that everything that you see in life, one day something will be explained about it to you, or you will get the understanding of it yourself. I see, simple mathematics.
Yeah, with works though.
Say it again?
So with works it will manifest.
Yeah, brother, it's always about the work, my brother. Nobody cannot sit down and not do anything and then think that they're going to get something.
Not even God, not even the Lord, because the Bible said the Spirit of God moved, that's action. So God didn't sit down and say, let there be light.
That's not talking about the Father, brother. They keep on a mix. That's talking about the Son.
Oh, the sun move up on the waters. Okay.
Yeah, cause that God is a Elohim God, small God. Not small enough, but like he's lower. He's not the God full capital.
So why
He's
we
God.
separate them? We can't make them like one just entity on different levels and different works.
It is there, brother. Exactly what you said, but with many bodies, brother. You said exactly what it is, but with many bodies. So it's one entity, right? The Father, right, and his children. He gave them sorry. He gave them power, right? He gave them power, which is his power. So he separated his power throughout his children. Not all of his power, but he gave them. He has so much power that not even his millions of angel sons and daughters, his millions of them, millions, billions across the universe of angels can take all of his power from him. That's how much power he has. And he gave them a lot of it, brother. So he did do what you say. He did. It's just that he's one entity separated in many parts.
Yeah. So you have to know which one of them you refer to. Which one of the Lord.
Yeah. Because Satan is also his son.
Yes. And when all the Samiazel, all of the elves them and
All of them. You see what I'm saying?
That's that.
You get me? So we have to be careful of which son you're referring to when you say you love the Son of God. Because many people love the Son of God, which is Satan.
But the boy them not on bastard and all mash.
Which boy?
He fall in them. The wicked
Bastard?
one. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, my brother, you can't be a bastard, brother, unless you have no father. You have to have no father from the beginning.
And then again, if you're a bastard, that means you're blessed because the Lord is father for the fatherless. So, even that they say good also.
No, but he matter about the angels that the father disowned. He disowned them. They're not bastard. They're just disowned.
Okay.
Yeah, a bastard is when you have no father. at all.
Feed them picnic, bastard that feed them picnic when they come down and whatever and leave.
Yeah, the bastard. Alright, so watch out now, my brother. The father is still their father, right? Because the father still brings them up. He just disown them. So it's like it's like you're a child and you need inheritance. You know, like you're a rich kid, spoiled rich kid, and you don't know how to survive without your father's money, right? Power. Father's money is father's power, right? And I am also his child, right? And then he sent me away, right, in the flesh, not in my rich kid flesh, meaning let me keep my house, you know. You see, he let you keep your house. So we're two rich kids coming from the same daddy. He disowned me, right, and he disowned you. But there's two forms of disowning. He still left you with your house. He still left you with your car. He still left all of the things. But instead of him giving you a big inheritance or a big whatever, you have to come to him every single week for money. While me now, he took away the house. He took away everything. This is how now I am I'm a bastard.
That's okay. That means
I'm a bastard. I remember because remember I came down in the flesh, and I have been from I'm in the flesh. That means it's a new life. I'm reborn again without a daddy this time. When I was made in the heavens, I had a daddy. When I'm made on the earth, I only have an earthly daddy. My heavenly father, right, is connected to me, but I am not connected to him heavenly. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to reconnect with him. I'm trying to be in the flesh and reconnect to him through the flesh so that I can be his child again by getting back my heavenly body.
That's why I say he's the father for the father.
Which he is the father of. He's the father of that body. So the fatherless, right, it's not that they're fatherless because they have a body, but he took them out of the body so they are fatherless for a moment, for only a time. You get me? But Satan still goes to and fro from daddy, and daddy still gives him and the demons powers to do all type of wicked shit.
Yeah, because me I try to say.
So that means that he's not fatherless. He still have daddy. Same way, a body body. Satan still have daddy, you know.
I mean,
Him still have daddy, man.
and me see my father too.
Remember, God never said he turned his face away from Satan. He said he turned his face away from us. Remember that.
I'll be sure him, you know, and Satan already get him judgment. We turn around and betray father in front of him face. Say, boy, okay, the father, no know him, do. That's why he repented, God.
That's why I met the brother read about Leviathan, the first verse, because all me did want to know that first verse. You see me? Because we think that Satan, Leviathan, is a dragon, right? That can be caught, or you can hook him on the mouth, or like a fish, or he has scales that that he can scale off with a knife. No, he's not. What we think is Satan is not Satan, and what we think we are is not what we are. You get me? We are disowned children. Literally, we are fatherless children. Satan is still, God is still Satan's father. Otherwise, God wouldn't give him power to do all the shit he did. For you to get power from your father, that means you're still getting inheritance. That was a part of your inheritance, just like Esau. Esau's inheritance was that he would live by the sword. Cain's inheritance is that he shall by blood survive. By murder, but by blood. That means his children shall. That's where the bag of murder started from.
But
After Cain killed Abel, if the Cain killed Abel, where you see people murdering each other, Cain's children, not Adam's children. Cain. All of Adam's children died and passed away by old age. Cain's children were unaliving each other, brothers unaliving brothers, sisters unaliving sisters. They became husbands and wives and started doing the same thing. This is where that came from.
Generation, yes, because that's the serpent's seed according to the book, right?
All right. So with that being said, right, that generation is of their father, so their portion is to live that way. You get me? By blood, that is their inheritance. By sword, Satan's inheritance is for him to do what? Is to him to live by blood too. Same thing.
But guess what?
But at least him get an inheritance. We know at least he got an inheritance. Some of us, right, who have an inheritance waiting down, sitting down. Some of our inheritance is the lake of fire. And some of our inheritance is the heavenly kingdom of righteousness and power. Yeah. Some of us don't know. Think about this. If somebody gave you something that you have to keep for eternity, is that not an inheritance?
Like God give man dominion over the earth, yes.
As an inheritance, right? So if God gave the lake of fire for the rest of eternity, it is not an inheritance.
It is also an inheritance. But then again, if the lake of fire is either to consume you or to purify you, we have to go through fire in order to goal.
Brother, we're not talking about hell. We're talking about the lake of fire, which one burns for eternity, and you never leave.
So if it's a father is so cruel to allow us to...
Cruel? You call that cruel?
That is cruel.
Brother, that is cruel. That is cruel. Where is it to put all evil things in the lake of fire and never look back at them again is cruel.
Somehow he must can purge out. After burn it, if you put gold in a fire,
brother, can you make dark? Brother, can you turn light into darkness?
Yeah? Yes.
Can you turn light into darkness?
You can. I can't do it, but the Almighty can turn light into darkness and darkness into light.
Even though He made it not to do that.
If he commanded not to do that, I don't think He will ever do that.
No, it's not commanded, brother. He made it not to do that. Light was not made to turn into darkness, and darkness was not made to turn into light, so they can't do it.
So when it says
say it again.
Oh, when they said out of darkness came forth the light, that's
out of darkness. It didn't say that it is darkness. It didn't say darkness is light. It says out of darkness. That means darkness is the portal that light came through.
But if you look at
it's not outness. It's not out of darkness came light. The first, it's actually out of darkness comes in light, because remember darkness was the void in Genesis 1, right? And then the light is the spirit that hovered upon the face. That's the spirit. The light is the spirit. The spirit carries the light, which is the life, right? The forever burning flame. The light is the life. Darkness is the space for the light to shine. So that means out of darkness, which means in darkness, comes light. You see light shine in darkness, because that's the only place for it to shine, so it has to go there to shine. The spirit went to the void, to the darkness, to shine. Let there be light, the first light in Genesis. In the darkness.
What me say is that the substance that generate light comes out of that dark matter.
No, my brother, because because the spirit is the light, and the spirit came to that darkness. If the spirit went to that part of darkness, that means that it was somewhere else. Meditate on that. If I am the spirit and I am the light, right? And then this is the darkness over here. and I come and say, let there be light, that means I go down in the midst. Remember, you know, it says from that's all like the middle, right? Just like how the Spirit went down in the middle of the waters. What is the waters? The darkness. What was on the deep? Darkness was upon the face of the deep. So the Spirit went down in the middle, just like when we say the light come from what? Darkness, or darkness come from. It may sound like it's a middle thing we are talking about. I see them thing. It's not that they come from the way, no. It's not that they come from the middle. It's that they went into the middle to shine or to do their job. That's where they start from. They have to start from the middle, but they have to go there. They have to go there.
What was that thing that go there? That spirit then? It's no light, no, in that spirit that was in the dark.
Is the light itself.
Exactly. So the light was in darkness.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You keep on saying light was in darkness. Stop saying that. It said the Spirit of God hovered upon the face of the waters. Then it went down into the darkness in the midst of the waters. I just said that, my brother.
So darkness coexist then. That they coexist then with light.
It's not that they coexist. It's that the darkness was there and the Spirit was somewhere else, which is the light. And then it went to the darkness. That darkness, specifically that darkness. There's other darknesses, my brother. And the Spirit comes from other places with light, because where the Father is light.
God is light.
Yes, so the Spirit is not. So that means that darkness. That means light doesn't come from the darkness.
But God said, I create light and darkness come. All right.
I created them. Create and separation, my brother. See that? All right, then. There's always a separation. That's why you have the sun and the moon. That's why you have the Spirit and the void. You get me? So light doesn't come from darkness, and it was the light, because the light is where creation comes from. That means darkness was created from the light.
But if they coexist, one like Adam,
they don't coexist, my brother. No, they don't coexist, my brother. Darkness was created to coexist with the light.
So
light was always first.
Just like how Eve came from Adam.
Light is the thought. Light is the thought, my brother. That means it's the spark. It's the flame. It was never not there. It was always there. The flame, which is the Most High, the Spirit itself, is always light. Right? So if light is always there, why does the Most High call himself the Lord of Death? Because he created all things through death, through darkness.
Yeah.
And the God that he called his son, the God that is his son, which is Jesus, right? He says he calls his son the living God. The Father is not living, because the Father created all things through death, but the Son is living. God is living. The Son, God, the angels are living, because all angels, Rapha God, Suri God, right? So all of these angels, right? They're living because they were created through the dead. Right? What is the dead? The darkness. We were created through the darkness.
So the angels
even the angels were that, but the Most High himself wasn't created. So he is the light that creates, but he needed a darkness to create through. What do you call that? Mother, the Holy Spirit, the womb, the waters, the darkness, the void, the portal. You see me, I say, brother?
Carbon, the copy.
Yes, but he created that. There's always been light, but the light needed somewhere to create through, to shine in. You get what I'm saying? Because it is shining everlasting. But if there's something to shine on, when there's light, right? Light brings life. So if you create something as light to shine through, life will be created.
Also, does man really actually make sense to God? Does God need man?
No, God doesn't need man. When you pray, you're not helping God, you're helping yourself.
Yeah, so it's not about God, it's about us. It's not about
it's about you, it's about your survival. That's why even showing respect to God, it is about God, But it's about your survival. Your survival requires your respect to him. You get that? So when you show homage to the Father by praying to the Father, you're asking him to give you more of his life. Remember, it's not your life, it's not your breath.
Yes, alone.
We're borrowing, yes. Even the Spirit itself, right? Let me tell you what you are. Think about energy like electricity, right? Think about the fact that you are a spark, and you are 10 volts of a spark, 10 volts. Right? and you could fill up a cup, right? This spark or this volt, it's living, but you are nothing until this spark goes into a TV. You cannot, because the spark, the electricity that runs the TV becomes the TV. You understand what I'm saying?
It needs a load.
Yes, it needs a body. That's what I'm saying. It needs a body. So we're all spirits, but all spirits was, even though we're all spirits, every spirit is life. You weren't living until the spirit got given a place to become consciousness. So you were just energy until something says, this piece of energy, which is dark energy, I want it to be conscious dark energy. That means create this person who is going to be evil and dark. You understand? Because it was just energy. Like for instance, if I want lightning and thunder and fire to blaze, that would use dark energy to do that. Like to really like dark energy, like powers, right? So say I take that same dark energy and create a person. The person would be just like the energy. You understand? So if I had light energy now, good magic, good powers, and I create a person from that energy, the energy itself was living, but it wasn't a person until I gave it a body. It didn't have a thought until it had a body, a brain to think with.
Something to processor, a processor.
Yes, because it could store information doesn't mean it could do what? Access the information to use it. You can only use the information through a body, whether it's a spiritual body or a physical body. You can. That's why the Bible said the dead stay what? Dead, and they cannot repent. Why? Because when you're dead, everything that you learned, what are you gonna use it and do? Well, as a dead man, what?
You can't nothing. Cause your memory right gone.
That is it. That is it. That is it. Everything that you learn how to be a carpenter. When you go down to the Sheol, into the world of the dead, to chill with the rest of the dead people, will you be doing carpentry? Will you be doing carpentry work down there?
Guess what? They have a saying, I don't know if I just saying, say, take sleep and mark that. In sleep, you go to your dream.
I said this earlier on, my brother, like you come on the live late, man. Me said this earlier on. I actually broke down a whole like breakdown on when you sleep, how you are the ghost in the dead world, which is the spiritual world.
No, you
so
need to
like how we have ghosts in this
man.
Oh, they are alright then. So same thing, man. When you go to sleep, according to the text, in the Bible, it actually says when Adam was put to sleep, the word there in the Hebrew actually translates to death, not sleep. It says Adam was put to death, and then Eve was taken from his side. Right, the rib, and then the rib translate to portal, it translate to plank, it translate to stepping stone, it translate to what you call it, foundation.
Yeah,
So
it can be DNA too.
It was a portal, brother.
Rib, DNA all
Brother,
time.
it was a portal.
Okay.
Them come out big, brother. It was a portal. Their bodies were made in the heavens, brother. Adam and Eve bodies.
Yes,
right,
because they were not supposed to analyze.
Not their bodies, not their bodies. My apologies. Their spirits were made in the heavens. The rib itself actually represents Eve's spirit. The rib. That's why I said she's the bone of your bone. That means she's the spirit of your spirit. You see that? So the rib itself represents the spirit, the foundation, her foundation, so that they could build around her spirit, which is a body.
That's why I say the term rib actually comes from the term ribbon, like your DNA ribbon or riboformin. That's as a part of
but it wasn't a DNA, brother. I keep on saying that to you. The rib represented her spirit, because Eve was created from the dirt. That means even the fleshly DNA was also created from the dirt. See? So when they open Adam's side, which is a portal, it wasn't open Adam's side, brother. It wasn't a side, brother. Even though, and that's why men are missing a rib to this day. Men are missing a rib, Every man has one less rib than a woman. And it wasn't a rib that was taken, but because of the significance of the portal, see, to open a portal from man, right? A rib had to be snapped. A rib had to be broken. It had to be used as the form of ritual content. When you're doing a ritual,
it's a sacrifice, man. Sing off a sacrifice.
Yes, it's like when we want to do like when we want to do a seance, or we want to do a ritual like the TVs and the shows and whatever. What they would do if I want to voodoo you, I get a piece of your ear and put it on a doll and choke it with a needle. You know what I'm saying? So you need something from you, right? So the thing that is holding up his body, right, the ribs, was what was the sacrifice to open up a portal. Adam's whole body became a portal, brother. Like just think about. Alright, I'm wanting to meds it this way, brother. Think about looking in the sky, and think about a picture of you standing up, and then you blank out the picture with the picture of a sky. So you see your body, but you see stars and sky through your body. You ever see them type of picture there before?
Yeah, man.
So it's like a picture of a man, but you're seeing stars in the body, stars and the sky. Yeah, my brother. That's how Adam looked for a while, opening the portal.
Yeah, transparent, like.
And yes, and then Eve come through the portal, which is our spirit, not our body, our spirit. And then when our spirit came through the portal, right, because our spirit was connected to his, that's why she came through his portal that way, because nobody can just come through your portal like that. They have to be connected to you. You have to be made from the same batch. This is how I know this is how I know when everybody that looks on their right hand, right at the elbow, the bending part, the inside part of your elbow, inside. The part that you bend, you see a beauty spot on your left hand or on your right hand. If it's on the left, you and I was made in the same batch. Just like how Eve and Adam was made in the same batch. Just like how Seth was made in the same batch as his father too. Just like how Cain was made in the same batch as, and Abel was made in the same batch. It's not about birth. It's about spirit. It's the batch of spirits that come at the same time. Because we have different mother and different fathers, right? But we have the same beauty spot. And you might have it on a right hand. That means you was made in the same time, but you was made in a different batch. So like when they make a batch of cars, this is what factory do. They say make a batch of 100 today. Tomorrow make a next batch of 100. But today the batch of 100, you're gonna put a black spot on the top of the roof. Tomorrow the next batch of 100, you're gonna put a black spot at the side of the door, the front door. The day after that, you put a next make a next batch of 100 angels or cars, and put a black spot at the left door. You know what I'm saying? The fourth day, you make a batch of angels again, cars, and then put a black spot at the back at the back trunk.
They have their own serial number then. So
yes, but a batch is made. It's always a batch. It's always a batch of us, never just one. Always a batch of us. So Eve was created in the batch of Adam. That's why she is the what? The bone of his bone, the spirit of his spirit. The same amount of spirits that were created in that time, she was created in that bunch.
Yeah, and they were created on the same day too, on the 6th day, no?
Yeah, on the 6th day, yes.
So, like she created a different day.
But it wasn't on the day, brother. That was 1,000 years. She was created hundreds of years after Adam.
At the end of the Lord is like 1,000 years, no? So
so she was created hundreds of years after Adam.
Yes, that means.
At least 300 years after Adam. She was created at least 300 years after Adam.
To be there, naming
they also live for 2,000, because if you say a day in God, a day of God is 1,000 years. They also live for 2,900 and Adam lived for 2,933 years.
Yeah, man, more than time, man. I remember they weren't created to be analyzed, and they were created to endure like the Almighty.
No, that was incorrect. That's incorrect.
Yeah.
Because if they weren't created to be unalive, why are they unalive? If God says all things is perfect,
because remember
that means it was meant to happen.
That means after he ate of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, that's when
he was meant to do it.
Yeah, I know. We know
that wasn't that. Remember that wasn't the Father talking to her in the garden. That was God, the Son.
Yeah.
Because he said the Lord God. That means that the Lord Daddy send Jesus, the Son, in the garden, but him never tell him what him send him for. That's why Jesus was so shocked when him say, "Who tell you say you're naked?" Because I know for sure, you never know. Remember, say God knows all things, so why would God ask who tell you that you're naked? Why would God ask that?
He wasn't asked. God
yes, he was asking. Yes, he was asking. He asked, brother, was a question.
Because he is trying to teach him now.
No, he wasn't trying to teach him anything. He wasn't trying to teach him anything.
Who tell you that you're naked? You know who he asked.
No, he didn't.
But you know.
No, he didn't.
I go try to lie now.
No, he didn't. Because if he did, he wouldn't be looking for them in the garden.
You say Adam, where are you?
That's not the Father, my brother. That's not the Father. If you take out the Father out of your head, you can see what I say. Take out the Father out of your head and it will correlate to you. If you keep on the things you the Father we are talking about, you're not going to accept what I say.
Me see what you're saying in a
He went
sense.
into the
Yeah.
garden, and the son doesn't know all things. That's why I'm saying only my father knows the days that they have my coming. When he went into the garden, my brother, it said the Lord God appeared into the garden. Lord meaning the Father, send God. G-O-D right after. Look on the God will come after. The God is a capital G, common O, common D, that is the Son. So the Lord, full capital, send the Son in the garden, but he never sent him and tell him what he sent him for. So he went there and he was looking for Adam and Eve, looking for them, brother. God the Father, the Lord don't have to look. The Lord the Father don't have to look.
You know you're there. So son have to come and look then because he come in a flesh.
Yes.
And you say him have materialized in a flesh, so you have to look. You have to use your eye and look when you're in a
It
physical.
wasn't that it's not that he's materialized in the flesh, brother. No angel knows the future.
Because they say he was walking in the garden, walk a foot, you know.
Looking for them.
Yeah.
Why him never just appear right next to them where they was hiding, bro? If him didn't know where they was.
Because as I say, I guess God was in the arm and the son was in the physical form, like
It wasn't the
Melchizedek.
Father. No, it has nothing to do with the form, my brother. All angels don't know everything. They keep on talking about form. It's nothing to do with form. They don't know everything. For them to read your mind, you have to be there to be read. So if they cannot see you to read your mind, how them gonna read your mind? Angels can read your mind, but them if you see you, you understand?
Yeah.
Me as an angel forward and I don't see you, how am I gonna read your mind?
Yeah,
No, he
have a
chose not to
correction.
read their mind, my brother, because if you not expect say an angel will come down and sex off Eve and Eve will get the pussy to Adam, why would you want to read their mind? Think about it. You never remember, you know, you're in your brain, you're thinking that they're safe. These are children, grown ass children. So it's in your head, and you left angels in the garden to protect them. But some of the angels was a part of it as well as Satan. People think it was only Satan. But Gadriel was there, the angel of pride. He was there.
Yeah, man, there was a 1/3 decide for
No, I'm not talking about 1/3, brother. I'm talking about in the garden. Not the 1/3, brother. Not the fallen angels, brother. Before any angel fall, there were angels in the garden that was supposed to be there to watch over Adam and Eve. And when Satan come, they were watching Satan push him dick in Eve. And one of them is called Gadriel, brother. He is the angel of pride. You know, 7 deadly sins, and one of them is pride. And Gadriel, boy, the name. These were the 7 deadly angels. It's not 7 deadly sins. It's the 7 deadly angels will stand up and watch Satan fuck off Eve. You understand what I say, brother? And all remember, was sin. One of them is pride, right? One of them is what? Gluttony. Gluttony of what? What was Eve gluttonous for? She was gluttonous for something that she never had. Like for instance,
Sex.
brother, may I say a question? No, but it's not the sex, brother. It's something that she never had. That's why I use that word. You get me? You remember when you was a child and you never and your mama never had it, or if you was a child and you had a child and a friend who mama never had it, or but they always wanted to play your game, or you always wanted to play their game, and you always wanted to get it. You always wanted to play with it, be around it. You was dreaming about this toy that you could never have.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
gluttonous for something that you never have, brother. So they were always asking about the fruit that they could never have. So she was gluttonous for something, brother. The gluttony doesn't come from eating food and full in your belly, but it was about
Desire.
having gluttony over a desire that was not given unto them to complete, a desire that was not given them freely, freely to do. So she hungry, brother. She starving, brother. She gluttonous for something.
A
she
lust,
felt
man.
she could- And no, it passed lust, brother. Gluttony, that's all. We are talking about the 7 deadly sins. You can match up all of them to what happened in the garden, brother. Every one of them, all of the 7 deadly sins. Give me our next one. We have gluttony. You have lust, right? Lust are one of them. See? So lust is the other two, but on lust we are talking about. You understand?
Jealous and envy, they did it too.
Envy,
Greed.
brother. What was the envy, brother? What was
Yeah.
the envy, brother?
The boy, me know have that tree there over me yard, you know.
No, the envy was when Adam saw him, Eve, Satan doing something with Eve that he was always been here thinking about.
His sex.
Yeah, brother. Remember, I said the animals were having babies, so him see penis going a vagina already,
He say no about sex, but he never find no help.
Couldn't do it. So when him see Satan do it to Eve, now him did envy Eve, him envy Satan.
Jealous.
No, I know jealousy, I envy.
Can they work with
Envy.
it, you know?
That means say yo.
Me say I'm gonna
That
appeal
means
them the girl.
cause jealousy, cause envy and jealousy is two different words. You know.
Yeah, but
Envy is more of I wanna be. Cause I can envy you in a good way. You know that, right? Yeah, I envy you. That cause I remember say people say it all the time in the cause England are there.
no, Canada.
Canada, all right. In Canada, one more time, you see people say, "Oh, I envy you, man."
Yeah, man. Me know. Yeah, man.
All right, so it can be a good thing. You get me? So he envied Satan in learning something that he's been wanting to learn, and Satan did it and he also envied Eve for learning it before him, which is sexual intercourse.
But it's man naturally know how say for instance, me know.
No, I never naturally know, brother. I never naturally know. It was supposed to be natural, right?
How many
But
baby
he never
to have
naturally
that?
know because you see, only time it becomes natural is when you do it. So until he did it, it wouldn't have become natural. God was going to make him do it, but it just wasn't time as yet. So he became envious when he saw Eve, right? Even though Eve was tell Satan she not to do it, she still got do it. So that means she learned before him. And remember, you know, when you read the text in it says that she ate the fruit right in front of Adam. That means that she have sex right in front of Adam.
Because so like he didn't bring it, go give him that. He did and then go bring it, go give him. And they over the top of here.
Brother, it's the same thought like when a man, brother, alright, many men, right, before you come into the world, brother, you start to chill yourself and, you know, kick back and not look at the world in an evil way. Remember when you was younger, brother, I'm use myself as an example. When I was younger, and I used to watch Blue movie, or, you know, my friend come tell me, say him get a headers. Me used to envy him, say, when is my day to get my headers?
Yeah, pray to God.
Yeah, so nowadays I'm thinking about the women, you get me, and I'm saying I don't want to just use a woman or abuse a woman. But back then all I was thinking about was just to get this thing. So I was envying, right, to do something because I didn't get a chance to do it. It wasn't that I was envying somebody because they shouldn't do that. No, I just wanted to do it as well. You get what I'm saying?
It's not a grudge.
It wasn't a grudge. It was just me wanting to be able to get on that level or to do that thing. So when I did it now, because of my envy, you see, in envy, right, what you will do is you won't have empathy or you won't meditate. You see me? So me now in envy, because I want the headers, I'm going to buy a prostitute or go out there and get a girl, trick her for something cock, and then leave her. Because remember, that's what I was envying. My friend come and say, I get a blowjob and it was the greatest ever. So now me I envy him now, can I make it sound good? You get what me I say? So me go get a girl now, and because I was envying the fact that the blowjob was so good, I'm not no and him treat film girl but him say him deal with her away, I mean envy, you know. How the girl just making, I say you have to treat a girl bad for make she do them something, they give her a blowjob, fuck out her pussy and then don't call her. You know what I'm saying? Is that what I have to do? So I envied the bad ways that he did to get a girl to do what he wanted. So in turn now, because of envy, I lose my way, or I lost my way, and I have no empathy towards the girl that I get now, trying to make her give me a blowjob and give me the pussy and do what I say. You get what I'm saying? So I lose empathy, my brother. So with all of these things, every single one of the 7 deadly sins is what Adam and Eve went through. They were the 7 angels that were there influencing the whole situation with their spirit, because Satan couldn't just come up to Eve. Remember the first thing the woman said to the man was, God said that we should not eat of the fruit. And then automatically witchcraft start work, brother. That we need to understand. One angel, just think about an angel putting out his hand and start letting go a form of energy out of him hand, and that energy is envy. And next one push out him and start let go of energy, and that one is lust. You get me? And all of these thoughts, this is influence from them. Remember the Bible says you're not vibrating against flesh and blood, vibrating. And that it's saying, the original text say vibrating against flesh and blood. Not wrestling, the original text say vibrating. So these were vibrations of energy that could basically
frequencies.
Basically influences put inside of your brain. Get me to envy, to lust. You know what I'm saying? To be gluttonous, because as I said, she was gluttonous over something that she never learned before. It wasn't over food. But remember, food is knowledge and knowledge is food. So she was hungry for food, but it was just knowledge food. You get me? Because to even learn and have sex and have a child, you're learning knowledge. Because the body, she will learn how her body feels going through all the pregnancy. She will learn how the baby comes out and her vagina extends. She will learn all of these things. It's all knowledge, fam.
Yeah,
It
because
was the lust of knowledge that was the forbidden fruit, the forbidden knowledge,
the desire
tree
to
of knowledge.
get that wisdom, make one
Yes,
wise.
that's all it was. It was just a forbidden knowledge, and it wasn't forbidden like it shouldn't have been learned. It was just forbidden at the time. It wasn't time for it as yet.
Well,
That's
we
it.
think it was just a test then. Maybe God also putting man to a
No,
test.
brother, it wasn't a test. Because if it was a test, my brother, then this wouldn't happen, brother. Everything is perfect. That means every road that is walked was written. So if the road walk and there was a failure, that was supposed to be in the walk.
No, why did he say that he repented God for man that he had created?
Say it again.
In the Bible, when in Genesis, when he said he repented God for man.
Because
that
one of the
he
big
created.
man that are the son.
It's the son. The son said he repented because the son has feelings. God the Father already. Me keep on a tell you, say I mix up the man and the son, brother. God the Father, the Lord, don't repent because he knows all things. All things is perfect according to his text. When the son him go up on a job, right? And then he goes to work, and then he sees an employee doing something bad, right? And then he says to himself, I'm going to snitch. And then he repents of snitching because he said, you know what, this employee probably have a job, probably have children, so he's not gonna bother snitching even though it's his father's business. It's his father's business, you know. So you're my daddy and I am your son, but you know, before I inherit the business I have to work for you, but you know, I have to keep up the business because even though it's not my business as yet, I still want the business to strive. So if I see somebody doing foolishness in the business, I'm gonna come and tell you, or I myself as your son will fire them. But say instead of me doing it, I give them a chance. You get what I'm saying, my brother? That is me repenting of the
Grace.
evil deed that I was gonna do, which is to fire their ass. You get me? So only the son repents. You see, when the father make a choice, he never turn back. The father has never repented. The Bible said that. And in the Bible said God repent. That is talking about the son, the Elohim, the many, more than one. Let us make man in our
Emmanuel,
image.
God with us.
No,
Plural.
not God. No, not God with us, brother. The us is many gods, my brother. The God itself mean more than one person. God mean Elohim, which is a plural word, which mean more than one. It mean angels. God singular, you know, G-O-D with no S, you know, mean angels. It mean magistrates. It with a S, you know, it mean mighty ones. It mean judges.
The whole hierarchy ahead.
Yes, just the G-O-D by itself. Whether you put the S or not, it still mean more than one.
Plural, yeah. Elohim, as you said.
And all of them bow to the Supreme Father, which is the Lord God.
Okay.
Because the reason why you always say Lord God is because him always have him right hand next to him son, man. The supreme angel. Lord first, daddy, then God next to him.
So
God is
Lucifer
the
was Lucifer ever that level as that son, or he was always under that?
He was created by him. Which one of the angels? Read that, my brother. Hebrews chapter 1 verses 5 and 6. Hey, mother, do sleep?
The bookman.
Mal,
No, me say me I come, brother. Me tell us one in one.
brother, like you think you unmute, cause you never unmute.
No, man, me gone for your phone, bro. That's why I say one and come back. Yes, I
Wanna come back. Me never hear no. Me never hear that, bro.
Yes, a 5 and 6.
Yeah. Hebrews 1 verses 5 and 6.
So this is Hebrews chapter 1 starting at 5. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
So God
And
never
again.
created Satan, my brother. You see me? God never created Satan. The Father, the Lord never created Satan, but God the Son created him. So the Lord created Satan through his Son, God, Jesus, Yahushua.
Oh, so that's why he said, boy, by him all things was made, and there's nothing.
Yes,
Yes.
by him all things.
Yes.
Satan, every angel. Who gave the angels a flame of fire? And who created the angel spirits? Read that.
Can I see him? Alright. So yeah, finish that one, yeah. That are verse 7, where there are 5 now. So, for unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. And again, when he bringeth in a first begotten into the world, he saith, and let all the angels of God worship him. Verse 7, and of the angels he saith, who maketh his angels spirits, and his ministers a flame of fire.
That me that asked you earlier on, I said to you, say, yo, who created the stars? And if the stars are not physically seen, like you see a real physical fire. Yeah. Because we see the stars and those are flames in the sky. So who made those flames? Who give those angels those flames around their bodies? Who made them ministers of God? Who do that? The Son did, because he's the first minister of God. So God ministers unto his creations through him, and his creations talk back to God. Even though the Father knows all things, they reply back through the minister.
Yeah, man, because they might get am what they do, you know.
The middleman, as you said, the portal. You get me?
I am the way, the light, the door, or whatever the door.
That is it. That is
None
it. All you have to
come
remember, my brother, is that in Genesis, not even Genesis, in every one of the book, Lord full capital Daddy, Lord common Son, God full capital Daddy, God capital G capital O common D common Son, G common O common D common angel, not the son, you know, but other angel.
So we don't look at landlord.
If you see a capital G, this means if you see a capital G with a common O and a common D, that is the Son. If you see common G, common O, common D, that is an angel. That could be Raphael, Gabriel, any one of them. If you see God, full capital, a daddy that.
The Father.
Yeah, same thing with Lord. If you see Lord, full capital, daddy that. If you see L, capital O common, R common, D common, that is the Son. If you see
Capital
L common, if you see L common, not capital, but it's a common L, a O common, R common is a normal Lord, human master Lord, or one of we as Lord, you know, like our wife.
Landlord, or yes.
Yeah, cause me and my wife them Lord, you know. Me and the Lord and my wife them, you know. You see me and the master.
Yeah.
You see what I say? Cause just like how Abraham was Sarah's master, Sarah's Lord. And the Bible said,
Calling him Lord.
as Sarah called Abraham Lord, so the daughters of Zion must call we Lord. If them do well, them shall be saved. You get me?
More give me verse 8 in another one of them. Save Hebrews 1. So this is Hebrews 1 and verse 8. But unto the Son he saith, the Most High, saying to the Son, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom.
So God called the Son of God. You get me? Cause remember, you know, if he's a God and you're his son, you're not God to man.
You know what I mean? If I'm my father, God, I'm your God, you know.
Alright, cause mommy a superwoman and daddy a superman. Me a them super pitney, nobody can tell me the difference. Right,
Yeah.
it's like you ever watch all them super show, then you see I see the youth don't get him powers as yet, and you see the father start fret or something. I say, yo, yeah, but him not really fret him. I say, him power soon kick in, man. Remember, say, yo, I'm daddy, you know.
Yeah,
I am mommy, you know. That means him power half a kick in, you know.
No, man, you have to send him out on a journey for go.
For the power kick in, right? Or you send him on a journey for the power to kick in, right?
Yeah,
but if him send him on the journey and the power don't kick in, is a jacket. No, so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I've got to
Is that
start questioning the
jacket?
thing. Yeah, man, I've got to start questioning the thing. So you know,
Yeah, I was start question. What go on? I guess I go on. Him send him on the journey, and this son or this daughter turn into an old adult and grow old and still not no power. It's a jacket you get, man.
Yeah, man, he's a demigod.
No, man, a demigod, a human, that man. It's a jacket. Because if you're a superman and your wife a superwoman, you have to have a super pitney. No, you're right, you know, a demigod, a half human, she got game bun. That's true, you're right. Me that think backwards a while ago. Me never catch on what you say. You're right, my brother. You're right. My demigod came up there because she game bun with a half, or probably not even that too. You know what I'm saying? She probably game bun with a next farmer god. So I still a god, you know. But
Yeah,
guess
man.
what? The God are weak and the God that don't have no power. Probably is a God where can fly and can do certain things where we don't expect the child to do. Because the Superman come with flying, right? And laser eye. But then all of a sudden when me and Superwoman come together, me see my son can breathe underwater. As a Superman could breathe underwater, after me can't breathe underwater.
Yeah, so when you deliver the genes from,
Where the genes they come from? We could have hold my breath as long, even for 17 days, even for 100 days underwater. But me can't breathe underwater. No, me see my son have gills underwater. No,
maybe advance, maybe you advance, your genes advance, we adapt to that the level there. It can be something, no? But I would have make that decision that. But if you're cool,
no, but that is the thing, brother. We're not talking about that, you know. We're not talking about your God creating you. We're talking about your mother and father have intercourse, but them have superpower. That means that any gene will just come straight through the seed and to you. It wouldn't be like Jesus or your Awashai that is made. If you make him now, you can add and take from him as you please, right? But if you make him the way how we make children today, like having intercourse with a woman, right? You cannot be selective of what goes to the child. It will just go there. It already selected. The best genes out of one's body will be selective and given to the child. That means that if you have the genes of flying, that's the best genes. Genes of laser eye, that's the best genes. So when you see the baby come now and the baby doesn't have laser eyes and cannot fly, a jacket. Big dirty jacket again. Because of the best genes them, you know, bro. Alright, brother. And why you think 6 finger will always overpower a person with 5? Why you think if you're there with a person with 6 fingers, you're most likely your child will have it because it's an advanced gene.
A dominant gene then.
It's an advanced gene. It's a gene that is not human, and any gene that is not animal but above human is stronger than human gene.
True.
You get me? So that means that the advanced gene will take over. So that's why a lot of children actually come when you have 6 finger. And many of us don't know we have 6 finger because our mamas cut it off and don't tell us.
Yeah, we are different.
Yeah, many of us don't know. I have a niece, she will never know.
You hear your name? Nephew limbs, LIMBS, like your limbs.
Yeah, man. Let me
Like
get extra
enough for
limbs.
limbs.
Yeah, they get extra limbs. I say that a million times per life. They ever say that somebody. The extra, I said, I broke it down all the time. Them get extra eyes, them get extra fingers, extra toes, extra ear, extra bone, extra this, extra bone growth, extra every blood clotting. Them give you extra is an addition to your bro. Nephilim, them give you extra to your limbs. So if you see these things, right, that means that it's because of dominant gene. So for the gene to be dominant, that means that it is stronger than yours. So if you know if you're Superman and your wife is Superwoman and you have intercourse with her, and then your child doesn't have any of your traits, right? But your child is either weaker or has a different trait. It's a jacket. Because if you and her come from the same thread, it doesn't have to be the same mama and papa, because it's an incest we're talking about. We're talking about, like, just like how we live in the world right now with a many black women and we can't choose anyone that is not from our mama and papa. Same thing, there's a many superwoman and you pick one.
We are for the same.
Yeah, you pick a superwoman from your people, from your generation, from your from your culture, from your bloodline, right? As it pertains to your country and your people. Right, a random woman from society, but she have powers just like you, and the both of you have similar powers, like literally similar, flying and laser. That is what your people in your country come with. But all of a sudden, your picnic can breathe underwater. That don't make no sense, bro. It's a jacket you get. Your picnic, you have 5 fingers and your child have 10 on each hand. A jacket you get.
Well, some people don't tell us boy.
Somebody came into my mind is a planet of supermen and women, you know. So that means that somebody infiltrate the planet and they with my woman.
Yeah.
You get me? Because nobody on this planet who is not born without laser eyes and not born without flying. Everybody can fly and have laser eyes. So why now my child can breathe underwater and have 10 fingers on each hand?
Me nah none of them blood clot.
And I don't have any of these things. My grandfather, my great grandfather, her grandfather, our mother, nobody in the whole planet Somebody snuck in on the planet and have it. That's why I try to explain to the people, women, especially women, you all are having the serpent seed. Your 6-finger baby, somebody sneak in your life, my sister. Right? Knowledge snuck into your life that you didn't understand. Cause sometimes it's not sneaking, like sneak and creep into your life. No, my sister. Some of these people who have 6 fingers don't even know that they're Nephilim. Right? They don't know. But
No,
they didn't see their normal, so they just spread their seed like normal, like anybody else. Just spread their seed. So I have 6 fingers. Me have intercourse with a woman. The baby has 6 fingers. Me sneak my way. I snuck my way into your life because I didn't know that's sneaking. You didn't know that's sneaking. Nobody knew, and we made this. Whether it's as long as we did it without knowing, then we did it in the unknown. So we made a mistake, which brought something which was a reality. Because not because it's a mistake, that doesn't mean it can't become a part of your reality.
No, but your mistake is also a part of your reality because it helps you
That's why
learn.
I said that.
Not to
That's why
make
I said
a
that.
mistake. Yeah.
There's many mistakes that you can make that doesn't affect your reality. There's many mistakes that we can make in life that doesn't affect our reality, but it affects somebody else's reality. And then there's mistakes that can be made that will definitely affect your reality.
That's why they say experience teacheth wisdom.
That is it.
Based on your experience and what you go through, it will teach you how to be wiser and approach.
That is it. And guess what? Why would you be wiser to approach something if the thing wasn't bad? So doesn't that mean that you have to go through bad stuff to have wisdom?
Yes, that's why Christ was sent in the wilderness to be tempted by.
That is it.
Show us, boy, if you can prove it. Yeah.
Just like when I went to Whole Road, I went to Back Road. Just like when I got Back Road, my brother, with the money, and I was sent to be tempted by the whores. And I know I wasn't tempted. If anything, I bought them food and drinks and tell them and give some of them money and tell them for God them yard.
Yeah, you tell me what's the story already. Yeah.
It was only 20,000, so you don't know we could have take off the whole streets off of the streets, you see me? But at the same time, it was done, brother. Just like any one of us. And many of us go through many temptations in the wilderness. It might not be like my version, but many times you were sent into a place. Like your spirit say, yo, you know what? I have not been to a party for 6 years. I'm just going to go to a party tonight. And I'm going to roll out and drink a 1 beer and go home. And when you go to the party, you did roll out and drink the 1 beer and go home. You get what me say, my brother? So even you, because you see the girl them a wine, you could have even take one of them and go have sex with her, brother. You see it, bro, but you ease yourself and do it. Resist the temptation.
Yeah, man. That's when you can't control yourself, Somebody will control you. Or you give somebody control over you. So
no, that is the thing though, brother. Remember, so we talk so we possessing, so it's not even say you can't control yourself. If the Most High doesn't control you, then Satan's control you, because you can never control yourself.
Just like that. Because I know we in a way, him in a way. I hope for salvation.
That
I know we in a way. If we left we to we go down the line and go down the hurt ourselves. But
brother, you ever hear people say, yo, make a better version of yourself?
Yeah, man, become great.
Think about it, brother. More you think, but the next person will say that. Say this to them. You like yourself? Them are going to say no. And if them say yes, then ask them why they want to make a better version of themselves if them like them. if you like yourself, why would you want to make a better version of yourself? Aren't you happy with the self that you have? They're gonna be confounded. No, if they say yes, but we still want to make a better version, that means that they don't like their self. So why then? And think about it, right? If you don't like yourself, remember, it's two-way, brother. Watch this. If you like yourself and you have a good self, why would you want to make a better version of yourself? That's number one. No, if you don't like yourself and you need to make a better version of yourself, listen what you say, You never say a new version, of somebody else, You say of yourself. If yourself was bullshit and you make the bullshit better bullshit, I know still bullshit.
That's still bullshit. You just say Yep.
So either way you're losing. So if you like yourself, why would you make a better version of yourself? And then on top of it, if you're trying to make a better version of the shit you don't like, you're only making the shit you don't like amplified.
Bigger shit you don't like.
Bigger shit bag you become. You're fucked.
That's why we're really it's big shit, man. Because
thank you. I tell you, yo, father, you see, you see, for many of us, we just think before we talk.
Facts.
Just think before we talk. Many things we wouldn't even speak anymore, brother. Remember me tell you, we'd lock off more. That's why I tell you as soon as I lock off this life, you know, I don't chat in my yard, brother. I don't be calling friends and me in a chatting. Every one of my brother them have to wall out just like me. We don't be having conversation unless it's about God. Questions, things like that. You get me?
There's nothing else to talk about, man. Everything is
There's
empty.
nothing else to talk about, brother.
Everything else is empty, man. It's
one
void.
blood, yes, I hit the nail on the head. There's nothing else to blood clot chat about. Nothing.
Everything else come of evil.
Thank you.
Empty, man. Everything else is empty and void, man.
Empty and void. There's pure darkness, lies, emptiness, lies, voidness. You get me? And that's the reason why I know the reason why people are bored, brother, because they're void of knowledge. If alright, brother, everybody gets the spirit of boredom. Everybody, but I'm telling you something. No, the reason why it affects you, because if everybody gets the spirit of boredom, you know, why doesn't it affect the people who are what you call now? What the word now? What the word? Satisfied with the life that they have. Why? Why is it not troubling them? Like for instance, you see some people just go live in the bush and never see back society and they're happy. And you say that's what makes them happy. That's not what makes, listen to me, man. That's not what makes nobody happy. Let me tell you something. Just like how you like sounds, I like sound. Anybody who stays in no sound for a period of time goes crazy. That's why a lot of demons
Balance.
get
You need balance in life.
yeah, a lot of demons. You ever watch these movies where men go into silence for how long, and then all of a sudden you see them come back with them supernatural powers. A demon them going out of silence, then go open their mind. The Bible say you must never empty your mind. Where in the Bible say empty your blood clot mind? The Bible say fill your mind with the good things and think about the righteous things. That's what the Bible say. Never say empty your mind. Never. Never.
Empty your mind, you open up to energy you can't control.
Thank you, my brother. The Bible says always meditate on the good things so that the good energies, the good spirits are around you.
You maintain
Because when you meditate on the good things, you know the Bible says anywhere there is iniquity, anywhere there is righteousness, there is iniquity. So if you're meditating on good things, automatically bad thoughts will come and try and crowd the good thoughts. But automatically because you're meditating, and that's the meditation on the good thoughts, automatically again, it's one time I say it 3 times. Automatically again, you'll be protected from the bad thoughts with the good thoughts that you manifested in the first place.
That's why I say put on the
Put
old
bad thoughts
armor.
out of your head.
That's why I say
Brother,
put on the
you ever
old
do something
armor.
good and then something said don't do it. That's the bad thought, you know. You ever thought about to do something good and something said don't do it. That's the bad thought, you know. That's the anywhere you have good, bad always appear, you know, bro. Even in your head, you know.
Listen. You say where righteousness abound, evil or wickedness abound.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 16.
Understand?
Shut up, boy, man.
We just read it earlier on, bro. That meant tell you, fam.
Yeah,
You know
man.
me I want fear real fast, bro.
What you say?
I say me I want fear real fast.
You go on, no, because I'm so in the life, you know.
Alright, so this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Con. In every conversation, your conversation should be holy and godly. You get me? Even when I'm talking about sexual biblical education, and you see me say some words like pum pum and pussy and body and all these things, and how the semen comes out, and how if you're having a wet dream and whatever it may be. Guess what? I'm always leading it back to the Bible. Because
Yeah,
if the conversation has no word in it, then why the fuck am I talking about pussy and cocky for?
Because it has something to do with the balance of life. You're not talking about it on a perverted level. You're talking about proper educational level.
That is it.
At the function of the human anatomy.
That is it. Because all this knowledge is just what you use the knowledge for, and how you direct the knowledge or redirect the knowledge. Simple mathematics, my fam. But with that being said, thank you for coming up, my brother. Thank you very much, my brother. You're always welcome again to come back anytime too.
No problem, Papa.
Alright. And Shabbat Shalom to everybody. I don't know if y'all might be seeing me. If y'all are, I can't tell you anyway, because TikTok, you know, in time I tell you when I come on live, all of a sudden the live start get some type of way. So today is a Sabbath, so anything can happen. You see me? So shalom.
It would
Yeah,
be.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom to everybody on the live. Shabbat shalom to everybody on the live. Peace go with you on this Sabbath. May the Most High continue to guide us in light, not in darkness, in love, in peace, in prosperity, and keep your baskets full. All praises unto the Most High, Yahweh, power of Yashavala. All praises unto the one who created the sun, the stars, the moon, the one who makes the mountains move and the oceans roar and the rivers flow and the rains fall. In the name of Yahweh Shai, please, O one and true power, accept our prayers, accept our praises, O one and true power. In the name of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all the holy ones in heaven and on earth, Hallelujah. Our Father who art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we have forgiven those who are in debt to us. Lead us not into temptation or into the hands of the evil ones. All praises unto the Most High, Yahweh, power of Yasharala, Hallelujah. 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 Salah. Everybody on the live, big up. The whole duty of man is to keep the commandments and fear the Most High. That's the whole duty of man. Keep the commandments, fear the Most High. No matter which conversation we have and no matter how much we chat, as long as you keep the commandments and fear the Most High. No matter how you live, as long as you keep the commandments and fear the Most High. No matter where you live, keep the commandments, fear the Most High. No matter what you're going through, keep the commandments, fear the Most High, because you have nobody to blame but yourself when you are drawn out by the devil and then you follow him. He's not going to get the judgment, you will. The whole duty of man is to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
Shalom.
Peace and blessings.
One piece free shipping and $46 only. And hurry up to finish your payment.
Yes, ladies, we have only 20 seconds for you. Let me check how many
Last
ladies still
20
having their
seconds.
pending orders. I can see. If you order two, so many ladies, they order of two colors right here. So lady, we don't have the gray color, but you can check the picture as reference. I can show you for sure. This one is gonna look better than in the picture. All right, last 6 seconds, lady. Let me check how many ladies still having pending orders. And if you still need more time, let me know. And this is the burgundy color I'm wearing right here. So grab any bag in your wardrobe. They're gonna be super, super elegant look for your work, for your party, for your wine party, or even any high class or wine event or actually bridal party for this one. So girl, you can imagine yourself wearing this jacket in different scenario. Can I see the black? Yes. Let me try the black. All right, let me change the black. All right, the deal, it's back on. So lady, think about it, $51, $52, and you can grab 10% off, which will help you to save $5 more already. $5 more already. So you can tell how amazing the deal is. How amazing the deal is. So this is a black, oh, what am I doing? The black color. Okay, this is a black color right here. Let me try it on for you. For your reference, this is a small/medium size right here.